I have no idea what this game is about. I really don't, other than just controlling the broadcast. That's it. I have no idea what I'm expecting. Is it a horror game? I think. That's what I told her. I said, I think it's kind of a horror game. I think it is. Sort of. And I told her, I said, I think it's more unnerving more than it is horror. But I'm excited, dude. Let's jump into it, man. Hey, what's this game about? I have no idea. Seriously, I have not spoiled anything. I've not looked at gameplay. I only watched a little bit of the trailer because you told me to, but I stopped because I was like, I don't even want to know anymore. It looked so interesting. So not for broadcast, dude. What a wild ride this has been. Let's do it. Oh, I thought it was just going to fade right in. Hold on. I thought it was going to be super cinematic. Hold on. Campaign, the telethon, live and spooky. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. We're doing that after we finish. When we finish the game, I'm doing live and spooky. But let's do campaign. Enter game name. Let's enter a name for our channel. What's the channel's name? Mr. Kick, what's up, dude? How's the new season? I'm going to jump into the new season Monday for sure. And if I have time, maybe this weekend. But I got to do some work this weekend. So I'm probably not going to stream this weekend for sure. I'm not scheduled to. But sweaty but fun. I'm excited, dude. Is it everything that we would have hoped for? Old Heavy is back. Oh, Boogie Bombs are back. Oh, wait, Boogie Bombs. Oh, that's right. They took them out. Grappler. Oh, my God. I'm excited. Live and Spooky is DLC. Okay. All right. So what's our channel, guys? I got to focus. I'm getting distracted. What's our channel name? I'm going to... My name is Crispy in the game, but the channel name, what should... Chicken Crispy, so CKTV? Perfect, dude. Yeah. Yeah. Perfect. It even sounds like a fucking channel. CKTV, CKB for broadcast. No, I like it. See, story mode, intern, broadcaster, showrunner. Story mode, experience the story without the stress. Not, oh, no. Intern, less challenging. Non-broadcast mechanics are less demanding. No. A balanced experience, non-broadcast mechanics, and viewer ratings provide a reasonable challenge. That sounds like it says recommended for a reason. A real challenge, non-broadcast mechanics are more frequent. Yeah, let's do it the way it's intended. I already set the difficulty, so I'm thinking that's normal. Here we go, dude.
That's all coming up on tonight's National Nightly News.
Tell me if the audio is not loud enough or too loud. Too loud? Is that good? That's loud, but it's going to get quieter. I think it's good. Oh, it's a little loud. It's a little loud. I think it's good and a little loud. It's both. It's both good and a little loud. That was very dramatic, dude. Ooh. You can use the mouse wheel to change or move the interface wave, keeping your pointer free for more important matters. Use your mouse wheel to... Okay. Day one. The election. Damn, that's a hell of a day to start. The intro wasn't a thing before? Oh, nice. Oh, what? What?
Hi, David. I have a call for you. I'm just putting it through. All right, mate.
Oh.
Dave here. Listen, I know you've only come in to clean up the place, but I've got a bit caught up, so you're going to have to run the news tonight. Now, don't worry. It's not hard, and I'm going to stay on the phone and help you. First, I'm going to give you a quick tour of the broadcast room, so if you're not doing it already, look forwards towards all those screens.
Okay.
Right,
Yeah.
Look up at the top. That coloured bar is your audience. You want to keep the viewers going up and not down. Underneath that, you've got the screens. The one on the right is the broadcast screen. That's what the viewers are seeing at home. It's only a couple of seconds behind the master screen there in the middle. That's the one you control. Now, the four small screens on the left show the different
Couple of seconds is 2. Is it 2 seconds?
Between them using the numbered buttons on the vision mixer at the bottom left. Don't worry, I'll talk you through it and you'll pick it up in no time. Now,
The audio
Have
is
a look
really
to your
nice.
left. These plugs control everything in the
Yeah,
studio.
the audio is really
I've
nice. I
left them
like
set up
the.
for you, so provided you haven't fiddled with them, all you have to do now is throw the master trip switch and we're in business. Once you've got the power on, face the front again.
Okay, let's do it, dude. Power on. I was gonna say let's take a second, take a breather, but fuck
Screen
it.
that we're in the end titles for the show before us. Fortunately, they go on for fucking ages, so there's plenty of time for me to explain. Oh, right, okay, they're over, so we haven't got long now till the broadcast.
Oh shit.
Right, look down under the desk. You can see a load of videotapes on the left. They're your adverts. Pick any three and load them into the machines on the right. When you've done that, look up to the front again.
My Salad Weekly sounds nice, dude. Exercise with ham sleeves and Crazy Neil. Those are the coolest ones. Come to Blumley, basic. Alan James,
You
basic.
should be getting a signal from the studio soon. When you get the signal, select screen 1 with the vision mixer and we're ready to go.
Prawn and mayonnaise?
You know, seafood makes me go out and pop.
Oh, I can just use my mouse. Okay, that's nice.
Every day.
Might
You
prefer
offer me
that.
prawns every day.
10 seconds, everybody. That's how I show love.
You're trying to kill me.
And yet you persist, going in 5, 4.
Good evening.
Okay. I was gonna say, am I doing something?
Our main stories tonight.
Okay, we're all good. Next thing is going to be to throw to the news titles on screen 2. There'll be a countdown, but I'll count you in as well. Just relax, mate. It's all gravy.
Buys Honest Andy's Totally Independent and corners the flowered market.
This is actually nerve-wracking.
Top chat. Sports fans everywhere.
This is actually nerve-wracking. I am nervous. What if I censor right now?
Personality of the year. And a spoonful of sugar. Megan will be chatting with movie star Lawrence Blunderclatch about his new movie, The Medicated.
I got more viewers for that.
We'll be going live to Advance headquarters to hear what the leaders of this fledgling party have to say on their historic.
Right, button 2 in 3,
I bleeped one word to give it.
1.
To make it sound naughty.
Throwback to Jeremy with button 1 when that globe in the middle shrinks down and vanishes.
Okay. Okay. It is like 2 seconds behind. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 1 Mississippi. Yeah. All right. When it shrinks, then I hit 1.
Here it comes. Switch to screen 1 now.
No.
But first,
Screen 1, Jeremy.
decisive win
What?
for Advance.
Interference around this time, mate. Keep your eye on the machine.
Well, you said when it
Use that
shrinks.
slider that's flashing, or your
You meant when
scroll
s-
wheel
okay.
to move the wave up and down, keeping the green bit in the white bit.
But critics have accused him of a severe lack of actual policies and of being deliberately.
This is nerve-wracking.
The opposition parties have all conceded defeat to Advance's overwhelming mandate, but have yet to appear publicly. However, former Home Secretary.
Right, it's going well. All you've got to do now
This is making me nervous.
at the end of the segment. Make sure you don't play it too early or we'll all get fired. Now the clock at the top is counting you down to the advert. When it reaches
Okay.
0, press one of the 3 play ad buttons over there at the bottom right. I normally play the first one at the first break and so on, but you can play them in any order you want. I'll count you into it as well, but keep your eye on the clock.
Okay.
The co-leader's acceptance speech.
And 3, 2, 1, advert.
1 minute back, everybody. Jeremy, I need you to fill after the ads.
What? Why?
Wanker Snatch is running late. I thought I'd ask him about the election.
Oh, that's cool.
That's the same policy we use with you. I thought that was our little secret.
And that's when we're back? Or is that the next ad? That's got to be just when we're back. Oh, nice. Some sexual looking salad on the right.
Wicked. We made it to the first ad break. You're doing great, mate. But this is where it starts getting a bit trickier. This next sequence is what we call a multicam sequence because you're going to be cutting between multiple cameras to keep things interesting. A lot of it's down to personal taste, but here's 3 good rules of thumb. 1. Try and keep the shot on whoever is doing the talking. 2. Don't stay on the same shot for too long, 10 seconds at the most. So if you're on the person who's talking, try and throw in the odd reaction shot or pull out to the wide shot for a bit just to keep it interesting. 3. Don't stay on reaction shots for too long. A couple of seconds is usually enough. Then the audience want to see who's doing the talking, yeah? Stick to these rules and you'll be fine.
Okay.
It's not as complicated as it sounds. You've seen programs on television, haven't you? Make it look like those. Might as well get screen 1 selected now. No need to wait for the broadcast to start. Try and stay ahead, mate.
Okay.
Studio.
So this is just
Thank you so much.
literally just controls it regardless of what's happening.
Going in 5, 4.
Oh shit.
Welcome back to the National Nightly News. Later, we'll be hearing from shock election winners Advance. But first,
Get ready to go to Megan on screen 4.
is here with a star of both stage and screen. Megan?
Thank you, Jeremy. Megan Wolf,
Fuck.
culture correspondent, and today I have a guest who starred in everything from Shakespeare
Right,
to
Three.
Blunderclatch on screen 3 when she says his
joined
name.
today by none other than Lawrence Blunderclatch. Thank you so much for coming on.
Oh my dear.
Go to 3, go to 3.
Fuck. I thought that was a good shot.
Switch to 2 for the wide now.
Oh, eat shit.
May I say, having you here with us is among ours.
Right, now just try and stay on whoever's talking.
Your latest movie, which is called The Medicated.
The medicated, yes.
Wow, what was that like?
Well, as I said to Peter at the Rat, that's Peter Jensen, the director.
Give us a look at Megan's reaction. Lovely. Now back to Thunder Twat.
I've worked with him on several movies, all terribly successful. I said to Peter, what a wild ride this has been. And do you know what, Megan? I really meant that.
Wow, that is fantastic. And am I right in saying that the character you play in this movie is quite an academic one?
Absolutely right.
Fuck. This is
Was that
nerve-wracking.
challenge at all?
What exactly are you implying? But seriously, yes, you're right. It was a complete departure from my last starring role when I played Sergeant Brock Rockman in Bullet Man. You'll remember that was the true story.
Been on that show a bit long.
Fight for a love that surpasses all others. A love, of course, for freedom. I think it's grossed over $1 billion, but honestly, who's counting?
It's a role that saw you scoop 2 Best Actor awards, if I remember correctly.
It's so sweet of you to mention it, but I really am not in it for the awards, although those 3 little statues do take pride of place on my mantelpiece.
With all the others, I'm sure. So, if you're not doing it for the awards, what is it then that drives you?
That is a beautiful question, Megan, and not easy to answer. Like you, I'm afraid. Cut me, and I will bleed. And often, that's how it feels, doesn't it? Doesn't it? Bleeding, giving, suffering for one's audience. I suppose in the end, I do it for the difference it makes. I do it for the people that I inspire. The little people. But most of all, I think I do it for the positive change that I can bring about in the world.
And today, of course,
Get back to who's
we're in for
talking.
some real change, it looks like, in the coming few months. What do you make of this historic election result?
Oh, well. Well, now you're asking. Historic election result. Indeed. Historic is the word. Well, it's difficult, isn't it? Very difficult. But I think I've always been quite clear that when it comes to politics, that one should always strive to not fuck things up.
Shit, he swore. Oh, well, don't worry, he won't do it again. Shit, he did it again. Okay, don't panic. I'll explain how to deal
Shit.
with swearing at the break.
Medicated, which opens next week
Right,
around
they've
the
swapped the
country.
shot of Jeremy on screen 1 for a VT of the movie clip. You'll get a countdown on the screen, but I'd just let Megan cue you in.
My character, Dr. Lance Hemlock, is faced with a decision that could affect humanity's very survival.
4, 3,
Exciting stuff.
2,
Let's take
1.
exciting stuff.
All right.
Blunderclatch is losing it in the studio, but we ain't got time for that. There's more interference coming. It's a bit trickier this time, mate. Use that little flashing joystick to the left of the knob, or hold down your middle mouse or Alt on your keyboard, and as the frequency changes, match it to the white bit by dragging right.
You think I don't know that?
Now we're going to squash the frequency back by dragging left.
Lawrence, we mustn't. Think of Carol.
That's Dr. Lance to you, Miss Flanagan.
Okay.
Jubbly, mate.
For you, baby.
Next, we're going to change the amplitude. Same as last time. Little joystick or hold Alt or middle mouse, and this time push upwards.
You told me, but I didn't listen.
Doctor,
I'm drowning, Lance, you said.
you need to see this.
No, don't
Right, now let's match it back by going downwards.
Okay. Okay, a little faster. Oh shit.
The sterility.
Okay. Doing solid, baby.
This formula, this is the key.
Stop it all.
Bloody perfect, mate.
Bloody perfect, mate.
We have to ask ourselves.
We love Jeremy Donaldson. I like that guy.
At the end of the clip, you'll want to play another ad. Remember to use the clock at the top to count you in.
Okay. Oh shit. 3, 2, 1. Bye.
Right, I guess I better explain how to deal with bleeping out swear words. As you've probably noticed, the broadcast screen, here, is about 2 seconds behind the master screen.
Yeah.
Here. When someone says a naughty word, the bleep button lights up, like this. 2 seconds later, you'll hear that swear word going out on the broadcast, and you need to hold down the bleep button or the spacebar on your keyboard for as long as the swear word lasts. It can take a bit of practice getting used to hearing 2 things at once. Just stay calm and you'll get it. And if you can't tell when to bleep, just above the button, you'll literally be able to see
I
the
like this.
sound
I might play
scrolling
this multiple
by.
times.
Just hold it down while the red bit is over the red line. Simple. Of course, if you do it by eye, you'll have to take your eye off the screens. That's why real professionals do it by ear. Most people like to have the volume of the broadcast screen a little bit below the master screen. Let's set it now.
These potentially true statistics are
As you turn it up, you'll hear the advert getting louder. Good. You're set to start censoring. Like I say, it takes a little practice, but I'll try and help you through it, and soon we'll have you bleeping like a pro.
Bleeping like a pro. You know what? Go yourself.
1, 2, and hold it down.
get rid of those tricky tummies.
Remember to select screen 1 now that you've got the feed. Don't wait.
Why don't you just suck my big, hairy...
You can use the number buttons on your keyboard, 1 to 4.
Running the country. Seriously?
Had one. 5, 4, 3.
Oh shit, early...
Welcome back.
Oops.
I'm told we can now go live.
That's
to
okay.
Advance headquarters.
'Cause we had the
Our
intro.
leaders, Peter Clement and Julia Salisbury are about to make their acceptance address.
Cut to the outside broadcast. Oh shit, he's pissed. Get ready to bleep.
Okay. Well, thank you all for coming, and, well, where do I start? What a day.
They said we couldn't do
They
it.
certainly
Ah, I'm panicking.
Every dirty, low-down, lying, southern bastard trick they had against us. But you
You've only got a bit
you
of
saw
word.
right through their shite.
I'm sorry about the language there.
Sorry about that. I've had a couple of celebratory pints. Makes me coarser than a granny's. Coarser than a
Memorably
granny's
put.
Hold it down for
But
the
to be
whole
honest, who
word.
can blame Peter for celebrating?
Ah!
Throughout the campaign, you've heard us say that Advance are not a political party. A party is what you have when things are going well. When the country is suffering, you don't need a party. You need a team. A team that can change things. But today is day one of a new future. A better, fairer future. So perhaps we should all be celebrating.
Except for the rich. For them, the party's over. They shouldn't be celebrating. They should be putting their shitting pants on and opening their dusty checkbooks.
Again, colourfully put, but not inaccurate. Before we came out here to address the nation, we used our executive powers to pass the Assets and Wealth Act. Working with the tax office, we have produced a definitive list of every person in the country with wealth into the millions.
You know this sort of, probably you rather you don't. Because the likes of you and me are not welcome in their gated communities.
Tomorrow, we will be introducing a sweeping reform of the tax system in this country.
Okay.
No more hiding wealth offshore, no more trust funds or creative accounting. A simpler, fairer, unavoidable set of tax laws.
So, all you bastard public school snobs have got nowhere to hide. No, today, we revoked your passports. You want them back? You want to leave like you threatened before the election? That's fine. But first, you're going to pay up. You're going to pay back.
Advance are going to turn this country from a nation of warring individuals
Fucking up a little bit, but we're good in the beginning.
to properly fund health and education, to raise the living standards of us all.
The pundits said we'd have to raise billions, but you'll see when we've reclaimed what's ours, that's absolute ferret shite. So to you posh twats,
The people who pay you a pittance to serve them drinks in their private clubs, the people whose children you raise.
so they've got time to get even fucking richer.
Advance have this to say to you.
It ends today.
We are coming for your sports cars and your mansions and your vineyards.
It ends today.
We will put the wealth of this country back where it should have always been, in the hands of the people who created it.
It ends today.
Yes, it ends today. And tomorrow, we'll start making it fair again, just like we promised we would.
And until then, ladies and gents, I suggest we all get pissed.
I can't argue with that. Thank you for your time.
Pissed is fine.
Interesting acceptance speech there from the leaders of Advance. And our apologies for the fruity language. Hopefully we got that bleeped out for you in time.
I'm the shittiest
If not,
broadcast manager.
Someone's going to be in trouble. So, as the country braces itself for new government, that's all from us this evening at the National Nightly News. We'll be back tomorrow with full coverage of the first day under Advance. I'm Jeremy Donaldson. Have a peaceful night.
And we're out. Good job, everybody. Same again tomorrow.
Right, looks like you've got it now. Thanks for all the help, mate. I've got to go. Ferry's about
Okay,
to leave.
I got it now. I got it.
Job
I got
shit,
it.
mate.
I'm gonna get it.
Am I dying now?
So lucky. I'll see you tomorrow night.
Not coming for a drink?
No, go.
You're right.
Lucky you.
Chat will not be paid attention to very much. Broadcast complete. Challenge room unlocked. Let's go. That was really fun.
Finished, you'll get a broadcast report. It's 3 pages. This first page shows you how well the broadcast went. Each sequence and an overall grade. Remember,
What can I say?
grades mean
I suck.
bonuses, and they keep the boss happy. If you want to know more about how it went, select more info. If not, select continue to move to the next page.
I think I know exactly why I got the score I got.
Page. It tells you how much you're going to get paid and how much wealth you have overall. That bollocks
All
at
right.
the bottom shows you the
I got it now.
financial state of our main advertisers. But you don't own any fucking shares. You're a cleaner, for God's sake. So why would you care?
Broke ass poor. Current wealth is broke ass poor. BAP, dude. I'm BAP. Okay.
This is the last page, and it tells you the state of the world. Tells you how well the government's doing, and down the bottom there, this one's important. Tells you what Channel 1 currently thinks of you. In other words, what the boss thinks.
I don't give a what they think. How about that? How's that sound? Are the bleeps coming through when I do that? It's not giving it to me in my ears. It's blanking it out, but I don't know if you guys are getting the beep. That's fun. Remember, spacebar will only work for the sensor button. I need to, yeah. That's my issue, is I was using my mouse. Honestly like using my mouse for switching. I think I'll just use the mouse for censoring. Yeah. All right.
Mate, welcome to the archive.
We got it.
This is where you can have a quick look back at what you've done and how it looked to the public. There's 3 sections: broadcast, rushes, and adverts. Let's start with broadcast. Click on it now. Over on the left, that's all the broadcasts that you've done. Click on any one of them and hit load tape. Once it's finished loading, you can use the rewind and the fast forward at the bottom there to help you get to the bit you want to see.
Well, I mean, but
moments we'll be going live to tonight's National Nightly News. But before that, let's
I mean, I just did it, so unless something else happens. Yeah, there's
Clutch about his new movie, The Medicated. And
all right. I'm cool with that. I don't need an edit note. How do I?
Click on rushes and
Okay.
let's have a look at those.
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
This is the rushes room.
I'm not gonna
It's
go
pretty
over all
simple.
this.
The 4 screens you can see, they're going to show you the 4 signals you got from the studio during the actual broadcast. Difference is you can mute any
That'll be useful.
Select the broadcast and give it a go. And when you're done listening to the backstage secrets, hit back.
Okay. Oh, play. My bad. I was thinking like I'd drag a tape over.
Prawn and mayonnaise?
You know seafood makes me go out in pustules.
Yeah, I thought it might increase our viewing figures.
Every day. You offer me prawns every day.
10 seconds, everybody.
Trying to kill me.
And yet you persist, going...
Very cool. I can't do 4 at once though, or at least it's not letting me. So there's gonna be stuff that I could come back to, maybe things I want to rehear that are creepy or something, and then adverts. Cool. So I can go over all the footage. That's pretty sick. All right. I use spacebar, but whatever. No, I'm gonna use spacebar for sure. I'm gonna use mouse for switching channels. I might use the 1 through 4. I don't know. We'll see. You arrive home to find post at the mat. Most being nothing more than the usual junk mail. One letter, however, catches your eye. The team wants to know you. I read real good. Curiosity gets the better of you, and you open it. It's a form. Man. It's a form from the new advanced government asking for information on all citizens. The first page is filled in already. Your name, your spouse, and your children. Interesting. Well, you muse. At least they got the basics right. Is that good? Are they threatening me? The rest of the questions are left for you to complete. They appear to be mandatory. Upon starting a new job, you would be friendly and introduce yourself to new coworkers. Be productive and get to work immediately. Ease yourself in and orientate yourself with your new workplace, or reminisce with friends about old jobs. Be productive and get to work. A colleague in a different department has confided in you that they've been taking home confidential information. Now, a file of minor importance has gone missing. He confided in me. And now your dumbass is definitely going to say, I know what's up, so I'm going to get in trouble. Help your colleague cover up? No. Recommend that your colleague reports it? Yeah. No. I mean, I wouldn't tell, but report your violation to your supervisor. I'd tell him to report it, and if he didn't, then I'd go from there. An entire department was fired today for consistent underperformance. Your boss has put in place new targets that are specifically higher than the previous ones. You would stay late to ensure that you hit the first deadline, leave work early, and head to the pub to chat about the changes with colleagues, or leave work early and head home to see your family. An entire department was fired for consistent under deployment. Do I want to keep my job? Given the situation, I'd give them one, I'd get my first deadline done, and then I'd be like, no, I'm drawing the line. I leave when my fucking shift is over. If the annual company barbecue and you and your family have been invited, it's the annual. God, I can read. Fantastic. You are looking forward to enjoying a nice day out with friends and family. Are washing your hair that day. Go if you're free but wouldn't mind missing it, and have been practicing with your coworkers and think you'll win a talent contest this year. Annual company barbecue. Would I go? Yeah, I'd go if I was free, I guess. You've had a long, successful career, and you are now about to retire. In your speech, you list your achievements and all the good memories you have of working there. Give an honest review of the pros and cons of the company, or focus on issues and challenges you faced while working there, or refuse to attend. A long, successful career. Yeah. I mean, you're retiring. You might as well just lie and leave, right? If you're unhappy, just get out of there. You're retiring. Like to relax. Oh, wait. In your spare time, you like to relax alone, doing things like listening to music or making models. Attend political rallies and stand up for what you believe in. Encourage and support your children with their hobbies. That's right, because he's got kids. So, yeah. Absolutely. Attend political rallies. I'd rather chop my balls off. Your ideal holiday getaway would be surrounded by nature, natural beauty, getting away from the strain of the daily grind. Exploring somewhere unfamiliar and discovering new experiences and challenges. A structured day out at a theme park bursting with thrills and attractions for you and your family. Or a romantic getaway with your partner to a tropical island paradise. Your ideal holiday? Well, both of these could be with your partner, but because that's the only one that would include my wife. Yeah, definitely. It is most important that the government keeps people safe. Ooh, that's a tough question. Safe or free? Happy? No. Equal? No. Free? No. Safe. Thank you for your cooperation, because freedom is safety, but free, it's going to be misinterpreted and used. Thank you for your cooperation. Advance knows your time is valuable, and we appreciate your help in leading the nation to a brighter future. Sign my name. Yeah, day 3. So I had the day off. I had a lot of time off. A family matter. I had no idea it was going to include any of this. I thought it was all going to be just the broadcast. That's cool. Day 6, family matter. It's late. Sam and the kids have gone to bed. You're just drying up a favorite cup of coffee. See, we don't say that here at all. That makes no sense to me. I guess drinking, like drying up the cup, like emptying it of its beverage into you. You're just drying it. You're just drawing up a favorite cup of coffee, I worn out souvenir of your first trip together. The prince faded, but the goofy face still makes you smile. A knock at the window brings you back to reality. There in the garden, clutching a gaudy neon green suitcase, is Chris, Sam's sibling. As soon as you let them in, they sit at the kitchen table, visibly stressed. I'm so sorry for bursting in so late, Alex, Chris stammers, but I need a favor, and you're the only one I can ask. No problem. What's going on? Are you okay? Should I go get Sam? That one. You must have seen all this crazy advanced stuff. The Assets and Wealth Act, they're calling it. Taking people's hard-earned money to fund the lazy. It's bullshit. You've never seen Chris this agitated. I'm not saying the top 1% or whatever don't have stupid money, Chris adds hastily, but they can afford it. People like me, we're going to lose everything. That's awful, but I'm not sure how I can help. You were always the well-off one in the family. I'm sorry, but taking from the rich to help the poor doesn't sound so bad. Well, yeah, when you say it with that ignorance, yeah, but yes, absolutely. I think there's a limitation to how much wealth anybody needs. But then that's just abused. I mean, that... I'm washing dishes. Oh, I'm washing dishes. That's what drawing... I thought he meant like drying up a cup, and that was like slang for like drinking down your coffee. They're going to take everything, Alex. Everything I've spent my whole life building. I can't let that happen. I need a favor. Chris's eyes find the floor tiles. I need to borrow your passport. Why do I get a feeling I'm not going to like this? They've taken mine in half the bloody countries, but people always say you and I look so similar. Chris is pacing now. I need to leave before it's too late. Once I'm out, me and my money will be safe. But I need to go now before they freeze my accounts. Please, Alex. I wouldn't ask if there was any other choice. Okay, it's upstairs in the safe. Let me go get it and you can take it. Surely there's another way. It can't be that serious. I don't know. What do we pick? This one's actually got me tripped up. On one hand, that's a crime. You could just say he stole it. You don't have to say that you provided it to him. Yeah, okay. I mean, I'll support you if you say that's it. You climb the stairs to your bedroom, careful not to wake Sam, who is cocooned in the duvet as usual. You open the wardrobe, unlock the safe, and retrieve the passport. A sleepy voice breaks the silence. Alex, what's going on? Nothing, sweetheart. Don't worry about it. Go back to sleep. The way I'm delivering it has no emotion. I'm just like... Chris is downstairs. They're leaving the country, and they need my passport to do it. What do they? He needs my passport. Can we turn off the pronoun safety mode? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Sam sits bolt upright now. All thoughts of sleep gone. What? They're leaving the country. Are things really that bad? Apparently, but they'll be fine if they can leave. Chris can take my passport and get out. Or according to Chris, but I'm not so sure. I don't know if I really want to give up my passport. I mean, yeah. This must be tearing Sam apart. Their family has always been so close. You know what I would do, Sam finally says, but it's not my passport. I can't ask you to give it up. Oh, she would give it up. You're right, I'll do it. Family comes first. I'll be back in a minute. Yeah, sure. I mean, if that's what she wants. You close the safe and head back downstairs to find Chris at the table fidgeting. He jumps up as soon as you re-enter the kitchen. So, have you got it? Yes. Here, good luck with everything. For the first time, Chris smiles. It's infectious. Thanks, I really appreciate this. I'll get back in touch once everything's safe. Once I'm safely out of the country. Am I dyslexic? Chris takes the passport and, breathing a sigh of relief, grabs the nigh-on fluorescent suitcase and heads out into the night. I feel like it's just the way it's written. I'm expecting a word that's not there. Neon or nigh-on? Whatever. You head to bed, hoping you can prise some of the duvet away from Sam without waking him. Her. Yeah, what's up with the pronoun safety mode, dude? We know it literally says my fucking wife. Minus the... But, you know. Whatever. It makes no sense, and it trips you up, and it makes it hard to read. Oh, yeah, that's right. Phone.
First of all, let's get the power on. You need to get at least the bottom 4 plugs on.
Well, okay.
Right, let's load up the adverts.
Is the fan not good? Oh, that's to cool down the...
Look down. You might want to have a bit
Chill! Should we play this? Is this toy safe? Mr. Snuggles. Ooh, I want to play it. Bop, bop, bop. Remington's Fists must have toy for your child. I want to play that one. Can I read more? Like, can I watch it? Can I screen it? Justy Cochon. An elegant new skin cream with porky little twist. Gross. Advanced Go-Getters. Introduce Advanced Go-Getters Teen Team. I don't know what that means either. Crazy Neil's Festive Yuletide Ornament Spectacular. And Alan James is coming soon to a medium-sized hall near you. Advanced Go-Getters? I guess that's fine. All right, I'm going to play Mr. Snuggles for sure, dude. We're playing it.
Right, you can see they television mixer, you can see they now have
Ooh,
A
it's still
and
loud.
B on them, and they're to help you pick image A.
I like to be able to turn it down, but have the max be like the loudest I would ever want it.
Screen here, or image
There we
B
go.
on the right bottom screen here. It's really simple. This little clock here will count down the number of seconds you have to make your decision. Provided you make a decision in that time, you're fine. And you can change your mind as much as you want until the clock reaches 0. But if you don't make any decision, you'll be fired before you even get to make another choice. I just want to say one more thing, mate. The pictures you choose to show these people, well, that's how the public is going to perceive them, and that's going to affect their lives. So like with the adverts, choose carefully.
No,
and we're off. Good luck, mate. If I get time, I'll call you back in the next break. Yeah, I'm coming, darling.
Partying?
Says theirs gets really hot.
Is this Janet who thinks dogs have their own secret language?
Yeah, the one that mistrusts the moon. 10 seconds, everybody.
Not the best source of consumer advice, then.
Don't blame me when it explodes. Going in 5, 4, 3.
Good evening. I'm
Okay,
Jeremy
I don't think
Dawson.
that's too early
Our
because it
main
doesn't even
headlines
start.
tonight. Destination unknown. At the end of Advance's first full week in office, we ask exactly who's leading this charge. Tonight, I'll be discussing what the new future might hold with a leading economist and radical free thinker. With the Assets and Wealth Act on the brink of raising living standards for the vast majority of the country,
When do I switch
I'll be
back?
asking my guess if we're on the way to a new future. With
Okay,
the
it's
old
automatic.
Remington's Fist have appointed Sophia Remington as their new CEO. The following photo, taken from our archive, gives us a sense of this influential young firebrand who, at the tender age of 23, becomes the youngest female CEO in history.
I hit it! Do I have to switch before the count? I thought it was like right. Okay. All right, that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. Swap before. So it's any time within that period? That you know what? The intercom. That's my biggest issue right now. Is the intercom is too loud. This needs to actually be up. Everything else looks good. Yeah. I don't think we'll do 45 if that's too quiet. All right. That beeping was fucking loud.
I just want to say one more thing, mate. The pictures you choose to show of these people, well, that's how the public is going to perceive them.
Yeah.
It's going to affect their lives.
So this is going to start to overheat over here, and I'm going to need the fan to cool that down. All right, so right now I could switch to this, right?
Dogs have their own secret language.
Yeah, the one that mistrusts the moon. 10 seconds, everybody.
Not the best source.
Right, like it only goes live when it's live. So I'll get that prepped. I see. Okay. Damn.
Good evening. I'm Jeremy Dawson. Our main headlines tonight. Destination unknown. At the end of Advance's first full week in office, we ask exactly who's leading this charge. Tonight, I'll be discussing what the new future might
Oh, you just queue it up. I thought it swapped immediately. That makes so much more
With the
sense.
Assets and Wealth Act on the brink of raising living standards for the vast majority of the country.
He said that, but I wasn't really clear that I didn't need to select it like just as it happened. He did say you queue it up though.
Remington's Fist have appointed Sophia Remington as their new CEO. The following photo, taken from our archive.
I think that's the most relevant. It's important that you pick the most relevant, right? Her gambling doesn't really say a whole lot.
Becomes the youngest female CEO in history. Sophia Remington has always impressed. She was top of her class at university and graduated with the highest honours, immediately being asked back to lecture. The markets have responded favourably to Sophia's appointment, with stocks rising 30 points in light of the announcement. In her first press conference this afternoon, Sophia announced a children's toy named Mr. Snugglehugs. Sophia promises it'll be all the rage this Christmas, but concerns have been raised about the product.
And I've got that queued up for an ad.
Intrepid scientist Dr. David Wong and marine biologist Ingrid Swarsborg-Horgensford have today set off to explore Dante's Taint. The recently discovered cave system was previously thought unreachable, but thanks to a new breakthrough in underwater flower technology, the pair hope to successfully reach the imposing central cavern and the undiscovered plant species it contains.
I didn't know if it was an argument that they were.
Of course, only the latest in a series of
So
successful
I wanted to make sure it was relevant.
for this unlikely pairing. In a joint statement about the dangers their team might face, the pair stated, "We will face the plentiful challenges together like we always have." Playing the field, rumours abound as sporting legend Johnny Hamsleeves is snapped leaving Bush, one of the capital's hottest clubs. The footballer was caught while out celebrating being named Sports Personality of the Year last week, as reported by this very programme. And judging from the angle and velocity of that spray, it looks like Johnny may have been celebrating a little bit too
I like
much.
this, dude. So what you pick literally makes it reality. That is sick.
His bodily charm. With Advance promising a radical new position on crime, how afraid should we actually be? I'll be going live around the country to talk with people who've seen the criminal justice system from every perspective. With more and more people saying they're scared to walk the streets alone at night, could this be exactly the right time for Advance's new approach? All that and Megan Wolf with a group of young actors already experiencing the positive side of the new Assets and Wealth Act firsthand. They'll be talking and performing later. That's all coming.
Nice. I like this a lot, dude.
30 seconds back, everybody. Can we get the guests in quickly, please?
We actually activate the book.
Oh, fuck. That one. I completely forgot I was doing any. What am I doing? What? Oh. Okay, there's no more hand holding. I get it. Shit.
Speaking of the government's swift enactment of the Assets and Wealth Act, we're talking about Advance's first week in office and what the new future holds. Joining me are Katie Brightman, a leading economist, and Alan James, author of Alan James is Right, The Free Man's Guide to Waking Up. Alan, the government certainly haven't dragged their heels on delivering some of the legislation they promised. But what does the Wealth Act mean for us?
Nothing, Jeremy. We're still vassal slaves. We're just in prettier cages.
A confident dismissal there. Katie Brightman, do you agree?
I'm afraid I don't, no. I think that Advance have realised that the current economic system of unlimited, unending growth is untenable.
Calm.
So they're changing
This is
things up.
nerve-wracking,
I
actually.
agree with you. They're moving to the next steps in the grand plan.
Grand plan, Alan.
It's all in my book. Alan James is right, Jeremy. We're to become the great herd. Ignorant, sterile, and short-lived. That's what they want.
Or perhaps Advance have just realised that if we carry on the way we are, we will destroy ourselves and this planet in a mad orgy of consumption, if you'll excuse the colourful metaphor.
Yes, orgy is the right word. Only it'll be the overlords having an orgy on our poor broken backs. It's all in my book. Alan James is...
Shamelessly self-promoting? Katie, how do you think the rest of the world will respond to this new approach?
I think they're watching carefully. Advance are the most disruptive threat that the world powers have faced since the last Great War.
Yes, Katie's right. War is inevitable.
Thank you, but that isn't
And
what
this will not be a war like we've ever seen before. We're talking millions of deaths. We're talking high-tech weapons that can level entire cities. We're talking...
Out of the wrong orifices?
Mock me all you like, Jeremy, but when they murder your parents and they poison your food and they take you away to their camps for hypno-brainwashing, who will be laughing then?
That might be a great way to sell books, Alan, but you know full well that isn't going to happen in a democracy.
Democracy is dead.
Yes, Advance are radical, and change is always frightening, but the truth is
This
that
is
the Wealth
nerve-wracking,
and
dude.
Assets Act has made more than 90% of the population wealthier and is on target to produce a permanent end to poverty.
Bollocks! What this young lady doesn't understand, Jeremy, is that these are the same people.
Oh, bollocks is a bad word?
Maybe they've
Oh, cuff the
rebranded
fuck
it,
on.
But it's all a little circus act to keep us from seeing the tyrant behind the curtain.
That's where you're wrong, Alan. For a start, they've mobilised the youth vote like we've never seen before.
You say mobilise, I call it grooming. The grooming of an entire generation to walk happily into eternal bondage. They're like psychic paedophiles.
But based on the facts, Katie, what are your...
What?
The Assets and Wealth Act is only the first step. Advance now have a historic budgetary surplus, and as well as properly funding our public services, they're already funneling unprecedented amounts into scientific research and the arts.
Or, as I call them in my book, Frankenscience and opiates.
Is opiates a naughty word?
Like opiates, see?
Can we get back to the issue at hand, please, Alan?
This is the issue. It's all coming from the water, the chemicals. They're pumping it full of belief juice.
Don't get me wrong, I want to see these changes, but only if they're sustainable. If Advance lose their power after spending half of our GDP on dismantling infrastructure, that could be catastrophic.
Show the woman longer if people want to see the woman more than this asshole.
They've got us sat here talking about their puppet show.
All right, we're running out of time. Quickly, Alan, what does the future look like to you?
A bleak space where we've all been figuratively sodomized into submission.
No, of course. Katie?
We might be on the eve of a brave new world. God knows we need some change, but we need to be cautious. Let's walk forwards with our eyes open.
Two very different visions of the future there. Alan James, Katie Brightman, thank you for joining me. When we come back, I'll be investigating law and order before Megan meets some beneficiaries of the Assets and Wealth Act. That's all coming up tonight on the National Nightly News.
1 minute back.
You know, I think they might do some good.
I hope so too, Jeremy.
How much are you being paid by them then?
Shut the fuck up, Alan. I've never heard so much shit in my life.
Well, we'll see who's full of shit, won't we?
Alan,
I was gonna listen to the ad,
but...
but
to you, but unfortunately, I can't understand it for you.
oh, this is Alex James.
This tune, no. All right, mate. See you later. Bye.
Okay.
10 seconds, everybody.
If that sticks, I'll destroy you.
5, 4, 3.
Welcome back.
All right, I got this
In our
now,
second
guys.
segment, we're going to be taking a deep dive into the state of law and order in our country. Advance have already tasked what they are
What?
calling a solutions team.
Oh, okay, they're just
to move
prepping
this
me.
serious social problem to the top of the list. Tonight, we go behind the headlines to meet the people who live with the
Shit.
criminal justice system every day of their lives. First up, we have Gregory Judge, a lawyer who sees the problems close up on the front line. Can you hear me, Gregory?
Yes, I've got you, Jeremy. Thanks for having me.
What's it like on the front line of the
We're in it,
hard-faced
we're in it.
cold hand of justice?
Well, as you can imagine, Jeremy, we are massively understaffed in this country. We're working every hour we can just to try and cope with the caseloads on our desks.
Which must affect the quality of support you can offer.
Well, we can barely keep up with demand, Jeremy. There just simply isn't enough being done at a systemic level to relieve the problem. We need more support from ministers. What are you doing? We need change at a structural level,
I'm
Jeremy.
leaving, Greg.
Not a good time, darling.
It never is it? I'll be at my mother's.
Just hang on. No, the problem isn't a local one, Jeremy. It's nationwide. Just give me 5 minutes. I'm talking to Jeremy Donaldson.
Oh, have you mentioned your affairs?
No. Well, the affairs of the Justice Department that we should be concerned about.
This is...
Hello, Mr. Donaldson.
Hello, Mrs. Judge.
We need legislation to relieve the pressure on our public
Sorry
servants.
to interrupt the news, Mr. Donaldson. Can I have a moment to tell my husband I'm leaving him?
Yes, I totally understand. Quite the picture of a burdened legal sector there. Gregory Judge, thank you for joining us. Chief Constable Bob Peel, a man with a very different perspective on our nation's crime. Do you think there's a problem with the system, Bob?
I'm sure we all do,
Okay.
Jeremy. I'm sure we
Oh,
all
fuck.
long for a return to the days when you could safely walk the streets of your community at night, looking in through windows and generally enjoying your neighbours without the risk of being...
What the fuck? Oops!
Where have we gone wrong, Bob?
Well, that's not a simple question, Jeremy, but I think it all comes down to moral decay. We've diluted our culture and lost touch with what it means to be a citizen of this once great country. Also, as the vicar noted in Sunday's sermon, we probably shouldn't have banned hanging.
And to what do you attribute this moral decay?
Foreigners, gays and gypsies mainly. It's all in the Bible. Look, Leviticus clearly states that... Oh, bugger, hang on a moment. Jeremy, your bloody gimp's escaped. Delia, could you give me a little help, please, dear? As I was saying, Jesus didn't like immigrants much, did he?
And just to be clear, you think it's the immigrants who are responsible for the moral
What the
decay?
fuck?
Absolutely, Jeremy. Back in your box.
Are you an immigrant buster? Because
Really could use a little help with this.
Oh, sorry, darling. I was spaying the badgers.
Yes, I'm talking to Jeremy Donaldson. Clive, could you put him back in the box?
Oh, Clive, you know it's Wednesday. Back you go. Back in your gimp space. Off
And
you go.
whose responsibility is it to make a change, Bob?
Well, it is not the
Ah, fuck.
responsibility of the decent, good, white people of
Darling,
this...
where's the padlock?
Oh, hold on just a moment.
Oh, Clive, this simply won't do. Naughty, naughty, naughty boy. Mummy said...
Clive, this again.
Mummy said, get back in your gimp space. No! Naughty! You beast cut!
As I was saying, Jeremy, moral decay. Crime is the responsibility of the criminal, no one else. Look, everyone has a sob story, but we don't all end up as
I feel like this whole
barbarians.
thing should be
Look, when
bleeped
our
out.
daughter Alice comes home with an A-, does she go on a killing spree? No, she takes 3 of her pills and hides under the stairs like a normal child.
Thank you, Bob. Bob Peel there, really locking down the police's position on morality for us. And finally tonight, hopefully uninterrupted, it's time to get to the heart of the matter. Tony Dawson has recently been released from prison after serving 3 years for aggravated assault, burglary, and menacing a SWAT. He's agreed to talk to us today, which is also, I believe, his birthday. Many happy returns, Tony.
Cheers, Jez. Call me Titwank Tony. Everybody else does.
No, I'm not going to be doing that. Can you tell us what it's like in prison, Tony?
Titwank Tony. Prison's a mixed bag. Structure's quite nice, but it's a constant battle against institutionalisation, as you can imagine. And obviously, titwanks are quite hard to come by.
I'm picking up that you're not alone there, Tony.
Titwank Tony. Yeah, sorry, my friends are throwing me a surprise
Fuck!
party. Good bunch of lads.
Okay, well, we're trying to let you get back to that party as soon as possible. First, let me ask you this. Do you feel that your time spent in prison helped to rehabilitate you in any way, Tony?
Titwank Tony. I don't think it's as easy as that, Jez.
Sopen!
Yeah, I think asking that is an oversimplification.
It sounds like it's getting quite busy there, Tony, but let's try and soldier on. Since leaving custody, have you been able to find a new job?
No!
Big Chris, Little Chris, and Vampire Chris.
This one's, yeah?
Yep.
One sec, love. Titwank Tony's on the news. Rehabilitation's difficult with the current system, Jez. Just not set up for it, you know? It's inherently unjust.
So, do you feel tempted to... I'm sorry, who's this guy?
You are joking. Chrissy Freebollock has only got Mr. Fancy, oh. Not now, fellas.
It seems like we've caught you at a bad time. It seems like we've caught you at a bad time.
Oh, I can't really hear you, mate. It's getting a bit busy here. Jesus.
Yes, we seem to be losing the signal here, Tony.
Fucking way, lads.
Oh. We're just trying to get that signal back. I think we... Yes, Tony? Tony, I mean, we're literally away for 2 seconds. How does this happen, Tony? Can you hear me? Well, we seem to have lost our train of thought. Hopefully you, the viewer at home, have managed to gain a broader understanding of the serious and complex issues around law and order. After the break, Megan will be live with some plucky young thespians. Don't go away. We'll be back after these messages.
1 minute back, everybody.
That went well.
Piss off.
Mate, I ain't got long and I'm quite drunk. It's been a great night. In this next section, there's a bit of music. If you edit in time with the music, you can see the result on the vision mixer, and the public will love that. Don't worry if you don't, though. You won't get punished for it or nothing. Just try and stay in the groove. Also,
I'm sorry. I'm not gonna do. Holy shit. That is crazy. Okay. All right. That is difficult. I don't know what, my brain was just going haywire. Oh crap. I mean, maybe I want boom, boom, boom. I don't know. I'm thinking, do I do a different key? I'm just going to have to get used to. Man, that is nerve-wracking.
when the music starts, turn down the broadcast volume. Right, enjoy the music bit. God, I love music. God, I'm so pissed. I think I might go and throw up in a bit.
In this dressing room, Roddy's banging his head against the wall. Look, it's alright, I've got this. I'm sure he's on his way. Come on, it's welcome back. How hard can it be? This is on you.
10 seconds, everybody. We're going to open on Megan. Camera 2. Going in 5, 4, 3.
Welcome's Black. I'm Megan Wolfe, and on tonight's Culture Spot, I'll be chatting with one of the first beneficiaries of the Assets and Wealth Act, a team of inspiring young people from Scritchford Sixth Form College who today received a grant from Advance to take their play, Hey, Friendship, on a tour of local secondary schools. Welcome to you all. Well, let's start with you two, Harriet and Charlotte Winstanley-Hamilton. Girls, you must be thrilled.
We are, Megan. We're overwhelmed, to be honest.
And I believe you two are sisters, is that right?
Yes, Charlotte's my oldest. I'm the older, more popular one. Only joking.
Harriet and Trey were really the ones who came up with the whole idea.
So, Harry and I were shooting the breeze in the cafeteria, and I said, hey, let's actually do something.
So I went to look for a drama teacher.
But she'd been laid off due to budget cuts. Fortunately, I directed a pantomime when I was at university, so I knew the ropes, as it were.
Right, yes, but you're the maths teacher, aren't you?
Yes, that's me, Jeff Algebra, maths teacher.
Maths is really important.
Oh, thanks, Steve.
Maths is really important.
Yeah, thanks, Steve.
As is theatre. It's one of the oldest art forms in history, Aristotle.
I just think that when we travel around all these problem schools and the poor kids see us, they say, hey, I really want to be like those attractive kids. And that's a very beautiful and powerful thing. We touch our audiences, and they touch us right back.
I suppose with a surname like Algebra, there was really only one choice of career for
Oh my God.
My wife, Angela, and I, we often laugh about it.
Angela Algebra.
Yes.
We just want to bring a bit of song and joy into people's lives.
And teach people about difficult issues. The issues in the play are what really matter.
And I think you're going to be showing us an extract from this play, aren't you?
That's right. To put into context, I play a young first year who's having some troubles at school.
Her character doesn't actually have a name, yeah, because in a way she's like all of us.
It's like a metaphor. Maybe she's you at home, or like, maybe she's you, Megan.
Maths is really important.
Yeah, thanks, Steve.
Put it in, Coach.
Yes, thanks, Steve.
Right, well, I'm going to have a little chat with your teacher while you run off and get ready. I can't wait to see it. That's it, that way.
What?
Jeff,
What?
when did you first hear
What?
about the grant?
What?
2 days
What?
ago,
What?
A letter from Advance arrived at the school. Now, the headmaster thought it was all a prank, but his secretary retrieved it from his bin and brought it to me.
How? How did you react?
I also threw it in the bin. But then Harriet and Trey rescued it, and they rang the number at the bottom of the page, and next thing you know, we're on tour.
Wow. Well, I think we can all guess which way you'll be voting from now on.
Do you know what? It's funny because Angela and I don't usually vote. We're not very political. I'm a mathematician, of course, and she's a paraplegic mainly. But we did used to watch that Peter Clements DIY show back in the day. And so we thought, why not? Let's have a go at this old democracy thing.
Okay.
And here we bally well are.
Good stuff.
Fucking brilliant.
So, let's have a look at a short section of Hey, Friendship.
Dear Diary, I'm not sure I can take another day at this school. Another day of tears. Tears. Another day of fears. But still I walk the corridors alone. Alone. Dreading what might be around every corner.
What's around the corner? What's around the corner? What's around the corner?
Oh, hi, Gary.
Oh, heavens, no! It's Gary the Fist! Gary the Fist!
Going somewhere, little first year?
Great. I've been looking for some poor victim to bully all morning, but will this make me feel better about my violent father?
Violent father. Excuse me, I'm late for maths. It's my favourite subject. And so important.
Maths is for losers.
What?
Maths is for losers.
My arm's stuck, Coach.
Keep going, for fuck's sake.
Right, maths is for losers. Now, give me your lunch money.
Double lunch for me today, but why am I only truly happy when I'm eating?
Not today, Gary the Fist.
What do you mean not today? Who are you? My arm's free, Coach.
Brilliant, keep going.
Right, who are you to stand up to me? I'm Gary the Fist. And you're just a sad little girl with 2 gay dads who's all alone.
That's where you're wrong, Gary the Fist. These are my 2 new friends. Vanessa is captain of the netball team.
Yeah.
And Blake owns a motorbike.
Yeah. But I can't fight all 3 of you, and I don't have any friends of my own.
Take a look at me. Take a little look at my face.
This is hard, dude.
It's my choice to remain. So stop now, make a different choice.
Hey, listen up, I won't take no crap. Who said middle class girls can't rap? I ain't afraid of your cruel lads. I'm a mother loving rebel, but I still love maths.
Hey, kids, I'm Gary the Fist. People think that folks like me probably shouldn't exist, but that's just prejudice, and I'd do better if you knew the way that I became Gary the Fist. I grew up on a council estate. The park was hip, but the flats weren't great. My dad used to come home drunk and late, and he'd hit my mum if for dinner he had to wait. Where's my dinner?
It's not ready.
Where's my dinner, woman? Don't make me ask you again.
Hitting women is wrong.
Okay.
I guess life's pretty hard on a council estate. 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 It's so damn hard on a council estate.
Life can be peachy keen.
Yeah.
I did that on purpose.
It's your choice to be me.
It's my choice.
So stop now, make a different choice.
Listen to that inner voice.
Friendship!
Yes!
Well, thankfully that's all we have time for tonight.
Okay.
On the National Nightly News.
That was
Join us
terrifyingly
tomorrow and all the headlines from across the
anxiety
country.
inducing.
My name's Jeremy Donaldson. Have a peaceful night.
And we're out.
Oh, that was brilliant.
What the literal fuck was that?
I believe that was art.
Okay.
Got a 14-inch cock.
I believe I have a 14-inch cock, you just said.
You love them, we love them, and they just love
Mr. Snugglehug! Yeah!
with his state-of-the-art human-like voice to keep them company when you can't.
If you keep me happy, I'll keep you safe.
And his incredible real-action eyes.
I hope your mummy and daddy don't die in a fire. That would be bad.
It's no wonder Mr. Snugglehugs is the gift your child wants this Christmas.
All the other kids have got one.
That's right.
All the other
Mom.
kids
You
have
don't
got
wanna be
one.
left out.
I only like people who have me as their friend.
Oh, Mr. Snugglehugs, you're so silly. Mr. Snugglehugs in stores now and selling out fast.
Okay. Oh, I didn't do it good at all. And also the sequence, this A+ it gave me, somebody's high. Because that's a no. There's no way. Some rude words were broadcast and interfered. Dude, I don't even need... I know why I got the score. That's tough, Cool Dog. Holy shit. This is tough, guys. Or I'm as mentally handicapped as the one kid in that show we just watched. I don't need to see it again. I know exactly. I'm not gonna quit. It's saving as I go, right? Oh my god. Day 8. Math is great. Math is good. Ooh. Okay. Man, I guess, I don't know. It feels like that needs more room. Intercom's still a little loud. And then music needs to go down a smidge. Maybe just intercom there. The intercom just tends to be real loud. I think we're there. Controls? I don't know. How did you play, Cool Dog? I don't know why, but 1, 2, 3, 4, my brain's not connecting the correct spots. Like, I feel like, should I just be clicking to switch screens? Or should I be switching screens with my keyboard, muting with the keyboard? You click to swap. Yeah, that feels more natural. You spacebar to mute, and that's pretty much it. And then you just use WASD to turn. Everything else you're using your mouse. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to ignore the 1 through 4. And also the sound mixing with the keyboard, not necessary. In fact, I think it's kind of better the other way, because otherwise, why have it clickable anyway? Otherwise, they're just keybinds, you know? I think that's better. All right. Keyboard for mute. And then click everything else. We're good. You get to the theater slightly early, and Sam's already there waiting, dressed to the nines. You smile widely as you join hands and take your seats in the private box. You certainly could get used to this. The tickets arrived on your doormat on Monday, with a typed thank you from Chris. You'll get the passport back soon enough, apparently. The show isn't to your usual taste, a pretentious opera in a language you know for a fact that Chris doesn't speak either. When the show finally ends, how many bows do these people need? You stand in line and get your coats, and Sam has you in the creases with a hilarious impression of the conductor, arms flailing wildly. The couple in front of you are talking about the relocation of people who couldn't pay their new tax bills. It sounds awful. Sam smiles gratefully at you as you both think of Chris, safe and sound. Are we in good, is my face cam in a good spot as well? We've been good for these questions, but I feel like it's also in a good spot for the broadcast, but you guys can't see that one, like, wavelength. Tell me if you think I should change anything. I think this is a good spot. Otherwise, where else does it go? It's going to be covering something up of value no matter what. I need a drink, man. Yeah, I think my face cam is missing the choices. Either way, I'm reading them. When you get home, you're still laughing as Sam heads upstairs to shower before bed. You notice your 14-year-old son isn't home, and there's a note on the kitchen table in his almost illegible scrawl. It says he's at a friend's house. It's a school night, so you go over there and march him home, or you trust Charlie, he'll be home soon. 14-year-old son? He says he has a friend's house. I mean, I wouldn't march him home. I'd trust him. It's one night. He's got to start... it's one night. He's got to start taking responsibility for his own decisions sometime. What's the worst that could happen? I guess I don't like that. I don't like that you said that. What's the word? I don't like that. Don't say that. Your family answering machine crackles into life. fuck yeah, dude. Who could be calling while you and your spouse were at work? Oh my god, the phone's ringing. Yeah. Good afternoon. This is a message for the Winston family. It's Myth Smith calling regarding your son, Charles. He's fucking dead. I'm sure there's a perfectly reasonable explanation for it, but he wasn't in school today, and we hadn't heard from you, and he was absent. We were like, whoa. I'd like to remind you that we do require all absences to be authorized in advance or, in exceptional circumstances, for parents to ring first thing in the morning. Please see to it that it doesn't happen again. Thank you. Goodbye. Somebody has some splaining to do. That took a little energy out of me. Day 42. So I've been apparently being just as shitty as I'm going to be. So something happened. You're leafing through a pile of accumulated posts. Each new bill pulls on your gut like a lead weight until a flash of blue makes you pause. Recognizing the teal Advance logo on the envelope, you tear it open. Dear Winston residents, this is your second reminder letter regarding the Assets and Wealth Redemption Scheme. Please submit your passport to the nearest government office as soon as possible in order to register for the scheme. You cannot receive your share of the national rebate without submitting these documents. You knew there would be consequences, but that doesn't make it any easier. Well, hold up just a second. Scheme? What is this, 1984? What's happening? We work as a team, and we are rewarded as a team. 4 words together. Julia Salisbury and Peter Clement. Yeah, this is definitely like 1984 shit. Chris is safe. That's all that matters. You hope. Scheme. Brilliant little scheme it was. Be right back. 1 second. Okay, now day 48. So are we working during this, or is this cutting forward and there's like reasons why we're missing work? I'm assuming that we've just have been doing our broadcast. You can't help but crack a smile as you look around the table. The snow has settled on the grass outside. The kids are pulling a cracker while your elderly mother tries to keep her eyes open. You did always have a soft spot for Christmas. You're sitting at the head of the table now, your dad's place. Huh? Across from you is Chris's empty seat, probably on a tropical beach somewhere, you think. You catch Sam's eyes, who break into a smile, clearly thinking the same thing. Even without Chris, the food has to be stretched a little thinner this year, but no one seems to notice. Christmas really can be a wonderful time of year. You look around the room at your family. Are you having a nice Christmas, Grandma? You stay silent, or you make a toast? I make a toast, why not? You stand and raise your glass. Merry Christmas, everyone. I'm glad we're all here. Well, most of us. There are murmurs of cheers and much clinking of glasses. Your daughter Susie seizes the opportunity to corner you. You know how you love me? You know how you love me? I raise an eyebrow. I'm not going to like this, am I? You joke. You know me and my friends are planning on traveling this year. Susie begins innocently. Well, I was hoping you'd help me out with the money. You laugh or you frown. What? What? You frown? Oh, a frown? You sigh. Susie's face drops immediately. You know money's tight at the moment, Suze. Especially now Grandma's staying here. You hate having to say this to the kids. Saying no to the kids. Only a few hundred, she mumbles as she pushes a stray pea around her plate. It takes a great effort for you to not spit your mulled wine across the table onto your elderly mother. I know it's a lot, darling, Sam interjects, but trains are expensive. This is a great opportunity for her, and I already said she could go. I'm sorry, but that's money we just don't have. You're right. We'll make it work somehow, I guess, yeah. Happy holiday. Oh, I picked the right one. What is money? What is money? I mean, depending on how you say that, what is money? What is money? What is money? You mean it? That sounds great. Thank you. I'm not an actor here. The mood soars as Sam puts a paper hat on your head, and Charlie takes pleasure in reading everyone's god-awful cracker jokes. Racist, dude. The room is filled with voices and laughter. You looking around at your grinning family, your mother whispers, "Your father would be so pleased." You dab your eye with your napkin. You feel very lucky. Yeah, okay. A long weekend. I'll say. Damn, dude. Some reading. Why does the zip on this damn case never close? It's your anniversary. Every year you and Sam go away for the weekend, usually camping. You're not made of money. You've been looking forward to it for ages, finally getting some time alone together where you can forget about the noise of life. No kids, no work, just a bit of romance and some peace and quiet. The zip finally gives up the battle and you drag the bulging suitcase down the stairs. Good evening, Alex. It's weird way. Good evening, Alex. This is Mr. Bozeman. I'm calling to inform you that you will be required to work this weekend. Your heart sings. Some information has come to light concerning the rising tension between our nation and foreign powers. The national nightly news team will be working around the clock to ensure we break the first story. Needless to say, I will expect your attendance tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. sharp. Have a pleasant evening, Alex. Shock turns to annoyance and then fury. What are you going to tell Sam? Sam comes downstairs, brimming with excitement, kissing you and then grabbing the car keys from the dish and start to load your bags into the car. Ignore the message you need this weekend. Apologize profusely to your spouse, but you really should go into work. Bozeman's temper is legendary. What's this? What is that? Fuck you. Yeah, like I'm gonna miss a fucking vacation. Eat a dick. Message deleted. Message deleted. What was that? Comes a voice from behind you. Nothing important. You reply to as you put on your coat, adrenaline coursing through your body. Oh man, I'm a wild man. Grabbing Sam around the waist, you practically slam the front door. You might as well enjoy your time off. You're going to pay for it on Monday. I mean, I suck. It is now 75 days apparently employed at this job. And I will be just as good as I would have been on my third day. Uh-oh. When you get to work on Monday morning, you get some sour looks from your exhausted colleagues. A note sits waiting for you. The immaculate script is blood red. I'm very disappointed, Winston. Was it worth it? I mean, did we get some pussy? Yeah. Uh-oh. A permission slip. Man, this is a lot of hold on. What the fuck? Your son Charlie hovers at your elbow as you read. Do you find yourself striving to achieve? Are you an active member of the team? Do you like reaping the benefits of cooperation? Join the advanced go-getters today. Forwards together. This doesn't sound like the youth club he told you about. Charlie grabs the flyer from you and thrusts a form into your hand. So I can walk there straight from school, and Ben's sister can drop us off after. So you won't have anything to do. I'm dyslexic, I guess. You sign the permission slip for your son to join the Advanced Go-Getters. You refuse to sign the form for your son. Don't know. Yeah, a form with not the same name as the government, same slogan. No, yeah, no. Sorry, mate. I just don't think it's the right place for you. You hand back the form gently. What? This is so fucking unfair, Dad. What the hell? I know it seems that way, Charlie, but you'll understand soon enough. Damn, Charlie needs a spanking, dude. The mouth on him. I gotta deny it because I'm getting 1984 vibes. It's obvious that there's government overreach. A free ticket. Some guys at work gave them to me. They can't go. Sam stands in front of you, brandishing 2 tickets. You see the title in bold letters. Alan James is right in front of you. I'm really unsure. What do you think? Shall we go? Shall we? Free tickets are free tickets. He's a character and it'll be hilarious if nothing else. Yeah, why not? Like, what are they gonna do? Round us up and fucking murder us? The show is entertaining, but much less funny than you thought. He's a powerful public speaker, and something about it sticks in your mind. Laying in bed that night, wide awake, long after Sam's breathing turns heavy, it hits you. It was the crowd. Not laughing, but roaring. A profitable partnership. Look at your wealth. Selling the other kidney. Ooh. Ooh. So dying? After a particularly long day at work, you come home to find the post sorted into piles, as Sam has taken to doing recently. Most of it is the usual rubbish, but a letter with the increasingly familiar Advance logo and urgent respond immediately, plastered on the front in a correspondingly urgent red font, grabs your attention. Best to get it over with. Yeah, that feeling's not good, knowing you got a letter there with bad news. Dear Winston residents, this letter is to inform you that the advanced government has taken another step forward in our fight for equality. By nationalizing the largest private corporations and redistributing their resources amongst the citizens of this great country, the Partnership Bonds program ensures that wealth created by the people is delivered to the people. You don't remember this being in the manifesto? The music is funny, dude. Every household will become a partner in one of 3 carefully selected institutions, chosen by Advance for consistent high performance and financial security. Please note, all returns are based on public opinion and cannot be guaranteed. Please select one of the following. Eye of the Beholder Incorporated, whether it's so I have to pick one. Whether it's cosmetics, clothing, or couture, we see the beauty in all of our customers. Neil's Deals Limited. It's always a steal from Crazy Neil. Pleasure Corp. Our business is your pleasure, from sport to travel or even just some you time. You can't say pleasure without leisure. I mean, if you pronounce leisure as leisure, then I sure. Sure. Cosmetics, clothing, couture. So this is Amazon? Cosmetics, clothing, couture. Not Amazon. It's It's like a department store. And then another department store, but a discount department store. Or a general store, whatever. Our business is your pleasure from sports. Yeah, they've got a cool slogan. Thank you for making your selection. Isn't this a piece of paper? Yeah. Thank you for making your selection. Oh, we called. Thank you for making your selection. Please return this. No, it's a piece of paper. Please return this form using an envelope provided. You will receive a report from your partnerships in 3 to 6 working months. It seems even advance can't defeat the quagmire of governmental bureaucracy. The future of this nation is in partnership. Forward together. Julia Salisbury, and Peter Clement. Yep, just how much influence could you have? Wow, that's a lot of days. That's a lot of days. All right. I think we're still at home. Is this guy work anymore? Did I get fired? Okay, we're back.
Good evening, Alex. It's Bozeman here, your boss. While you're powering up and getting the adverts loaded, I thought I should just tell you that we've had one of those public information films from the government, and it's mandatory that you play it. You still have a free choice for the other 2, so read those tape labels carefully, but make sure you play the advance advert, preferably at the second break. Right, that's the lot. Have a great show, total pimp. My God, that weather looks nasty.
Oh, how's it going with Steve? Why are all men such pricks?
That well, eh?
Apparently
Check your prostate. Gotta do that. The Joy of Scrooge. Subscribe weekly to enjoy this delightfully twisty reading experience.
You're probably just a really awful date.
10 seconds, everybody. Like I said, all of you.
Who's starting too?
Pricks. Going in 5,
Click.
4,
No more pressing the keyboard.
3.
For the.
Good evening. I'm Jeremy Donaldson.
And I'm Megan Wolf. Our main stories tonight.
Uncooperative. A mysterious symbol has appeared overnight on thousands of buildings throughout the capital.
Tonight, in an exclusive live interview with Prime Ministers Julia Salisbury and Peter Clement, I'll be asking what this mysterious symbol might mean.
Critics have been quick to dismiss the graffiti as a publicity stunt or an act of frustration by a tiny disorganized group of those who will never, under any circumstances, be content.
We shall overcome. Trapped in Dante's taint for more than a month now, doctors Ingrid Svorsborg and Horgensvoord and David Wong announced today that they're considering 2 possible options.
With 2 of the finest minds in science working together, hopes are still high for the eventual return of the team to dry land.
Without enough engineers to successfully fix their craft, the team seem likely to attempt to farm the cavern's ecosystem.
Feeling
while they
better
wait for
right now,
rescue from
already.
above ground. I think I'll stick to risotto, Jeremy.
Bearing their opinions, the formerly rich are fighting back with a naked protest.
Our very own Robin Short was on hand earlier today when this new protest group first presented themselves.
Spokesman Wentworth Somerset Bentley said today, "They've had the shirts off our backs. They might as well have the rest of it too." And while it's easy to laugh, perhaps we should all just be pondering how desperate the formerly rich are to regain their power.
Fallen angel? Notorious addict Johnny Hamsleeve seems to have reached a new low in his battle with booze, as this recent picture reveals.
Johnny's star certainly lacks its former glow these days, with public concern over his mental and physical health growing at an alarming rate.
Since being banned from the national squad earlier this year after urinating on a referee during a friendly against East Grinchley, things seem to have gone from bad to worse for Hamsleeves.
Is his once celebrated role model
Urinating on a referee, huh?
And onwards and upwards. In an attempt to put the Mr. Snugglehugs disaster behind them, Remington's Fist CEO Sophia Remington today announced a brand new product.
Might call him a
This groundbreaking product came as quite a shock when it was revealed earlier today. though its critics are skeptical that the young CEO...
First male contraceptive.
Described as a breakthrough far ahead of its time, the male contraceptive pill is
Oh,
heralding a sexual
shit.
revolution.
A change. Oh, you don't recognize this?
Celebrating the fact that men can finally take equal responsibility for contraception. But others have expressed concerns over its safety and side effects.
With that exclusive Prime Ministerial interview coming up later.
And our very own Patrick Bannon coming to you live from the first annual Sports Board final.
You won't want to miss a second of tonight's National Nightly News.
What? It was perfect. What are you talking about? Oh, this. Whoo, I gotta remember the... So I didn't have it. That was just an alarm to tell me. I thought I was docked for something.
First tonight, after the Christmas horror caused by Mr. Snugglehugs, we have an exclusive interview with one of the victims.
Poor 7-year-old Timmy Tadlock, like so many of those affected by the Christmas bloodbath, has spent the last 3 months undergoing a series of reconstructive facial surgeries.
Last week, joyfully, he spoke for the first time.
When you show women more,
Tonight, he talks
it
to
gives
us.
you
Before we go to the
more
interview,
views,
however,
it seems.
This station would like to issue a full and frank apology for any part we may have played in the tragedy. We should never have advertised Mr. Snugglehugs. Without our publicity, the
Oops.
sheer scale of this tragedy,
Oops.
upwards of 8,000 casualties, might have been averted.
On behalf of the Nightly News team, we're sorry.
In future, we will do better.
Now it's over to Robin Short at the Tadlock family home. Robin?
Thank you, Megan. I'm here with Mr. and
Right.
Mrs. Tadlock and their 7-year-old son, Timothy. Thanks for spending time with us today.
Yes, well, you're bloody lucky we're spending any time with you at all after what you lot did. Irresponsible. I mean, whose idea was this anyway?
It's all right. Wasn't your fault. As you can see, Megan, there's still a few open wounds here. I'll tread carefully. I'm going to speak to Timmy now. Hello, Timmy. Can you see me?
Mummy, who's that lady?
It's the lady from television, Timothy. She's going to ask you a few questions.
And you be careful now, it upsets him to remember.
Don't worry, Mr. Tadlock. I was the youngest ever editor of the Swinstead Middle School Inquirer for no reason. So, Timmy, can you tell us what happened to you? You had just unwrapped Mr. Snugglehugs, hadn't you? Was he under the tree?
Yes, I could smell him already. He smelled like love.
Ah, yes, that'll be the fur, scented with hoof.
I was so excited. I ran up to my room and gave him a big hug. He was so soft and warm, like our cat, before he got in the way of Daddy's Porsche.
Bloody cat had a death wish.
And what did Mr. Snugglehugs say to you?
He blinked his real action eyes and said, "You're my very best friend." But I sure wish Mrs. Snugglehugs was here, and she can't be, for just $89.99. And then it's the general error. 41.
And is that when he burst into flames?
Look, careful.
And then he exploded.
Oh, look, I've asked you nicely.
And am I right in saying that one of his real action eyes is now permanently embedded in your cheek?
Yes. When I took him in at night, it glows through bandages. I know it's under there.
Staring at me.
Yeah, some of the other children have started calling him Timmy Three Eyes. And with his glasses, that's 5.
It's too many eyes, Robin.
And what's the last thing you remember before the darkness overtook you?
He looked at me with his one eye and laughed. Laughed as he burned.
It sounds very traumatic. Do you have nightmares?
All right, that's quite enough of you two coming in here with your camera trying to make a buck out of our suffering. I won't have it.
Mr. Tadlock, just a couple more questions. Timmy, do you think you will ever be what we can call
No, you've had your
normal
questions,
again?
and now look. Oh, you've made him cry with all 3 of his eyes.
Do you think your parents will ever really love you again?
Right, that's it. Enough. Come on, baby. Come on.
Mr. Tadlock.
Your poster, your favourite poster, Timmy. Are you okay? Oh.
So there you have it, Megan. Just one of the many victims of an indescribable tragedy that has shaken our nation.
I'm bleeding, am I not?
Thank you, Robin. Harrowing stuff.
And many questions to be answered by Sophia Remington in the coming days and months, I'd wager.
I was waiting for a curse
How will she turn
word.
this crisis around?
So, Jeremy, what are the warning signs a consumer should look out for when they're spotting a dangerous toy?
Well, Megan, experts advise to always check for the new advance mark, which guarantee a level of safety and quality.
Yeah, can we just get a close-up on camera 3 here? So if we take a look at this National Nightly News mug, you should
That's
see
the
mark
government
just on the
logo.
base of it there.
In the wake of the scandal,
Uh-oh.
the company were praised for their swift response in bringing in this set of stringent checks and new products.
It certainly is good to know that someone's watching out for our families. When we come back, our very own Patrick Bannon will be live from the Sports Board finals. Stick around, you won't want to miss it.
We'll be back after these messages.
Damn it.
1 minute back.
Oh, sorry, I'm bursting.
I'm about to bust.
She's very good.
Come on. I'm Tommy the Fingernail Harris, sporting legend. I've got it all. 4 world championships, 2 cars, a bidet, and an enlarged prostate.
Alex, we're getting reports in that naked protesters might try and spoil the Sports Board final by waving their fleshy bits about. Try and make sure you don't broadcast it. It's 6 p.m. for God's sake.
Oh, I'll
See Fanny on the news. Bozeman out.
I'll be sure to avoid it.
This can cause trouble starting to pee, and it can cause laundry-based trouble between you and your she-demon of an ex-wife. So what caused this big old prostate in your bum? Well, sorry.
In your
Being the
bum.
doctors, we don't know. But I can tell you, as you get older, your body changes. And that's okay. If you're worried about...
Does he say it's just okay to have it a large prostate?
For God's sake.
I think we should just keep it as it is.
Well, of course you do. I've got one hack line.
What's that supposed to mean? I didn't write it, Jeremy.
That's all right, fine. Jenny, there's something wrong with the auto cue.
10 seconds.
Oh, I just felt a drip again. Have they not fixed this?
Want to see us fry? It's good for the ratings.
5, 4, 3.
Welcome back to the National Nightly News. I'm Megan Wolf.
Shit.
Coming up later, we'll be speaking to the Prime Ministers about their exciting new healthcare facilities, transition centres.
Nice to see.
Wasting away in the chair.
We're going now to our own Patrick Bannon, who's reporting live from the finals of the new game that's gripping the nation, Sports Board. Patrick?
That's right, Megan, you joined me live here for the final of the first annual Sports Board Championship. It's been a hotly contested competition so far.
Curse words, for sure.
These two have been dancing around each other all season. First up, we have Ellie Striker. She's the more experienced of our 2 players today. Striker has got an accuracy of 7, a danger rating of K, and a 12-month driving ban. Striker's known for her signature move, the Iraqi hamster. And facing her tonight, hoping to prove himself with a career record of 12 outs, 14 finishes, and a divorce pending, it's Mr. Wingspan himself, Tommy the Fingernail Harris. Just waiting on the ref now. The slapping ceremony is taking part. Still going on.
Striker go first.
Striker, of course, first to start as she won the trivia round earlier on by some margin.
D-Robe.
Harris, perhaps the brawn and not the brains. Stupid. Eddie Striker.
All right.
Nice start there from Striker. She's determined not to let the nerves show.
I don't know what the fuck this game is, so I don't know what to...
On to Mr. Harris now. Tommy. Using his arm to pick up the ball. Not a bad shot there from Harris.
I see.
Back to Striker.
I see.
Number 3. All right.
I didn't realize that...
She's gone to sort of throwing it under her legs. Not bad, if you ask me.
Is that contact? Don't know why you complained. To Harris.
Bit of business with the ref, but it got sorted out. Back to Harris now. A ball in the hand is worth 2 in the bush.
Football. Move back.
I'd say that's fair, but what do I know? Oh no, and Harris is not going to be happy with
I
that.
didn't see the... Like, I had been paying attention to them, but I didn't see that the trash can had come into frame.
With the ref section, it's time to change ends.
Of ends.
Now we have the ceremonial changing of the ends. And of course, now they go back to the starting positions, as that makes sense. Striker giving it large.
Second round, double. Harris.
We're into round 2 now with Harris. Okay, we seem to have some sort of streak on the pitch. I apologise if we broadcast any of that stuff. She appears to have slogans across her breasts and arse. Try and ignore all of that. Security, I'm sure we're going to take them out as soon as possible. Apologise if we broadcast any of that. As I said, we're going to get the situation resolved as soon as possible. They're trying to carry on play, but it's proving a bit difficult, and I'm struggling to follow because it's quite an eyesore, and women's bodies. Yeah. All right, great. Okay, so back into round 2 now, and Harry's absolutely determined to close that massive gap. Steady striker. No, it's just some of the tightest play I've seen ever.
Oh, he's scarred over it?
Harris. And was that the fitted thumb screw? We haven't seen that since the heats. What a brilliant move. Back to striker. And we know what that means, ladies and gentlemen. That is, of course, the ground sound. Excellent bit of play here on both sides of the bucket. I don't know about you at home, but I'm finding the technical mastery on display here absolutely blooming jaw-dropping. The ref has spotted something in Harris's neck or head. And Harris is having an absolute shocker. What a miserable start there for Tommy Harris. But he is a late bloomer, of course, the boys said that. And after all, it is a game of 2 halves, 4 rounds and 7 subgenres. But now, of course, it's time for the half-time show. Sponsored by Remington Smith.
On my whistle, on my whistle.
Okay.
Nice piece of music here to start the half-time show. Okay, another posh protester loose on the court here. We can only apologise for that. We'll do our best to shield you from having to look directly at it. Is running around here with his genitals on display for all to see. And ruining what was shaping up to be quite the dance interlude there. Now he's thrusting himself in Harris's face. Security's on it. And the bucket has been knocked over. I cannot stand it when the bucket gets knocked over. Hopefully he'll get taken out now. Genitals flying around for all to see. Really not Sunday morning television.
Genitals flying around for all to see.
Taken away, never to be seen again.
Final poses. Oh boy, cannot be in the final pose.
And a lovely finish there on both sides of the bucket. I wouldn't like to call that one. And as we head into round 3, I'd love to know what's going on in these 2 players' heads. But unfortunately, because of science, we can't.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Not bad. So that ball boy's giving me the eye all day. I don't know what's going on there. Striker there, not a great start. She looks a bit flustered, I think, after all that swinging around. Back to Harris here. God, what I wouldn't give to be that ball. I'm all right, ladies. Tommy Harris. And it dribbled down his arm, which is actually a really good move, because, of course, if it dribbles down his arm and goes on the floor, it's not going in the bucket.
Oh.
Back to striker. And striker's gone for the animal bonus there, but of course, perhaps. And yes, Harris has counted with a tiny bell. That is wonderful play. Of course, we've seen that before. Look at her face. She is absolutely gutted. What a mud. That could have been the clincher. What a massive shame.
What the fuck?
Harris to serve now. Harris, of course, undefeated by Kestrel in his last 4 battles. So, here we go. Tommy Harris. That's all right. Not bad there. He threw it quite far away from him, which is quite a good idea. Very clever there.
Why is it quite a good idea?
Caution from the referee, who's being, if you ask me, a little bit harsh. Ellie Striker.
This is hard. This is hard to speak while I'm doing
She's
this.
let the nerves get to her. What the hell was that? You hate to see it, don't you? You cannot believe it. Oh, for God's sake. Okay, like, I mean, this is a mess now. I don't know what I can be doing about this. I mean, sort of breasts and genitals for all to see. I mean, there's only so much I can do. They're sort of everywhere, aren't they? All right, I'll try and carry on. The players are trying to carry on, but of course it's difficult because these protesters, hopefully we can get them taken off soon so we can carry on with the match. Okay, what's going on here? Yes.
We want our money.
Yes, very good. Take them away. Bloody wasters, absolute wasters.
Absolute wasters.
Oh, God!
It's the mime round.
It's an absolute bloody... Okay, and now we're going to go into the final round. And of course, as it's a Tuesday, the final round is a mime round. Who
I
can
heard a
believe
curse
it?
word in there and I threw out a bleep, but
Nice imaginary shot there from Harris. It really could go anywhere at this point. Really high-level play here from two absolute juggernauts of the sport.
Hold.
The bucket getting moved back to its proper place. About time, if you ask me. She's juggling it around from her hands. Interesting. Juggling it around from her hands. And she's put it in her mouth like as if it was an egg. And now she's and she spat it out. She did the egg spit. So a wonderful move there. Quite late on.
fuck this game. Cool Dog, you liar. This is the easiest game to follow, you say? Come on.
Tommy Harris here, having a bit of beef. And he's peeling it as if it were a banana, which is an interesting move. Not sure if he hasn't had his potassium or what's going on today with Harris. And he's throwing it, and the banana was the ball! What a fantastic move there from Harris. Unfortunately, that is the end. What a pathetic, there we go, Jeremy, that is over. How can he look his 8-year-old son in the face tonight? What a lump. We just have to wait for the referee now to announce it to make sure it is all official.
Contestants in, please. And the winner of the first annual Sports Board
I have no idea who won.
is everyone!
Okay, the ref has decreed once again a win for everyone, including me as my 15th win in the Sports Board Championship. I'm going to be celebrating tonight with my wife and children. Another wonderful.
I thought that was
victory for me.
funny. Chill.
Here come the onside
Fucking
security
viewers
to
are
take their medals.
assholes.
They're 6th and 7th
Uh-oh.
respectively. And thanks again for watching the Sports Board Championships. What more is there to say? I'm Patrick Bannon. Looking forward to celebrating tonight. And all that's left to say, Jeremy, is back to you in the studio.
Patrick Bannon there had an extraordinary final.
Historic sports board, Jeremy.
I didn't know you were a fan.
Oh yeah, I can wrench a doubler with the best of them, I'll have you know.
I certainly wouldn't bet against you.
When we come back, I'll be talking live with Prime Ministers Julia Salisbury and Peter Clement, who apparently have a big announcement you wouldn't want to miss.
That's coming up after these messages.
1 minute back.
Fucking microphone shocked me.
What?
Fucking microphone just shocked me. Where's that sound guy?
So it's just the storm outside.
Everything okay?
That lady walks by
Just
every
trying to kill us
time.
now, apparently.
You'll be fine. You're unshockable.
I'm immune to your cheap flattery.
I'm wearing you down.
Now you. Postman again. Just heard from the chaps in maintenance that this storm is causing the odd power surge, so your controls might be a bit, dangerous. Now, I know you're tough and you can take the odd shock for the sake of a perfect news broadcast, but too many in quick succession can stop the old ticker. I'm sure you'll make the right decisions. Postman out.
Oh, whoops.
Pass on painlessly.
I can't censor? Oh, so these are going to be... Oh, shit. Individually disabled.
Well lived. Our expert legal team will help you make
This game is so... it is a fever dream. You're right. I have no fucking clue what's happening now. It's getting stranger and stranger.
Your final wishes are carried out efficiently.
All right, 10 seconds.
All absolutely free. Your health service, your team.
Welcome back. I am delighted to be joined by Prime Minister. Welcome to the National Nightly News, Prime Minister.
Oh, please, it's just Julia and Peter.
We don't believe much in technology. It doesn't seem very advanced.
We're delighted to be here.
Well, firstly, I should ask how you feel about the graffiti that's been springing up across the capital. Should we be worried?
Oh, no, you definitely shouldn't be worried.
Well, not unless
Scared the
you've got
shit
a
out of
fatal
me.
paint allergy anyway.
But yes, it does seem that there are still some people who haven't been able to help.
You know, whinges most.
People who've yet to benefit from the many advantages of the new future.
And you know, Megan, as my old mum used to say...
Okay, we're getting it. We getting it,
They
baby.
just don't know how to be.
Ah.
Find out what they're angry about and how we can help.
The door to my government is always open.
Someone's tripping on me.
But we didn't come here to talk about what may yet turn out to be some alternative arts project.
Which we no doubt will have funded.
When we want to talk
Wasn't
to the
expecting
nation
a
about
curse
something
word.
far more exciting.
Yes, your office briefed us that you have an announcement to make, but they were being surprisingly secretive about it.
Let me ask you a question, Megan.
Okay, it's not usually how it works, but...
What scares you? I mean, really scares you?
It's death. She's talking about death.
We're all afraid of our deaths. It's part of being human.
Sorry, are you saying that Advance have cured death?
That'll be a vote winner. Yep, that was definitely a drop there.
But while we may not have cured death, we hope we found a way to make it much less scary.
And much less painful and much less expensive. Look, which is me close-up camera?
Oh,
there?
sorry, it's camera 4.
When I was 13, my mum came and got me from school. He had to go to the hospital. My granddad, he'd collapsed that morning, so we'd all to say our goodbyes. And I went in to see him. We were all frail and pale. I was scared because I'd only seen him the week before, and he'd been fit as fiddle. And he said to me, Peter, he said, it's the right time. I don't ever want to be a burden to the people I love.
Was that the last time you saw him?
Nope. 3 days later, he were back home. He lived with us for 9 miserable years after that. He had to be fed with a rubber spoon. He had a commode, so he'd just take a shit right there in the lounge. He wouldn't even wait till half time.
That sounds...
It was awful. It were awful for us, and this is the point. It were awful for him. He could see it was destroying me, man, watching him slowly fade away. And he would beg her to turn off his breathing equipment at night, but she couldn't. Or she wouldn't. It were a crime, you see. And she didn't want to lose the children, as well as her old man.
No family should have to suffer like Peter's did. And now no family will have to. The health service is today opening the first of 300 new transition centres.
The transition centres will handle everything for your last days. The legal, financial, medical and emotional costs are all catered for and paid for by the government. So even the poorest citizen gets to pass on with
So these guys are government officials.
they choose.
And that choice...
Probably not even really married.
This is a service only for people who choose it. For people who feel they've run their course and don't want to burden themselves or their families with a slow, long, humiliating decline.
You've just given me a...
Are you okay?
I don't know. I think it's from my asshole.
Oh, we're still on the air, Peter.
Yes, sorry, my apologies. Oh.
Are you not worried that this new system might be open to abuse?
In what way?
Sorry.
What?
A little bit of help here, please.
That the older generation might feel somewhat...
That one was massive. No.
Dude.
Sorry, the older generation might feel somewhat coerced.
Coerced into spending their final days eating gourmet food and drinking fine wine and luxury spas and gardens.
Look, I am perfectly capable of... with a rusty...
Prime Minister, please watch your language.
Go get yourself sorted out.
Damn it. Okay, I need tips on censoring, dude. My brain can't... I hear the second stream. Do I need to bring the volume a lot up? Like a lot... I'm trying to keep it so I can focus on the live. But I can't... But then I go to focus on the other one and I can't hear it, so I have to turn it up, but then I can't hear the live. Ah, damn it. Okay. It's all right. I'm going to try when it gets to points where I know the dude's going to curse a lot. Oh, I have to start from the beginning on this. Ah, fuck. We got it this time.
Causing the odd power surge. Some of your controls might be a bit dangerous. Now I know you're tough and you can take
Oh no, this is the ad break. Cool. It's not a full restart.
can stop the old ticker. I'm sure you'll make the right decisions.
Sorry about all the buckets. We seem to have sprung a leak. Well, several, actually.
You're going to need a whole new
Okay.
line up there.
So, I'm gonna need.
So good to see you again.
Miss Wolf, your star seems
We'll
to
just
be in
keep
the
this one at
ascendant. It's a great
9,
time to be alive.
and this is gonna be at like 7, maybe 6,
She's tougher than she looks.
somewhere in this range.
Here, with Mr. Clement on your left.
Right you are, pet.
Is your seat damp?
10 seconds, everybody.
No, mine's 5. Have you had a little accident?
Cheeky cow.
5, 4, 3.
Welcome back. I am delighted to be joined by Prime Ministers Julia Salisbury and Peter Clement. Welcome to the National Nightly News, Prime Ministers.
Oh, please, it's just Julia and Peter.
We don't believe much in
Fuck, dude, chill.
We're delighted to be here.
Well, firstly, I should ask how you feel about the graffiti that's been springing up across the capital. Should we be worried?
Oh, no, you definitely
Okay.
shouldn't be worried.
Well, not unless you've got a fatal paint allergy anyway.
But yes, it does seem that there are still some people we haven't been able to help.
You know, whingers.
People who've yet to benefit from the many advantages of the new future.
And you know, Megan, as my old mum used to say, there are some pissants who just don't know how to be happy.
We're working hard to reach these people, find out what they're angry about and how we can help. Find out what they're angry about. The door to my government is always open.
Someone's tripping on me.
Always open. But we didn't come here to talk about what may yet turn out to be some alternative arts project.
Which we no doubt will have fun.
When we want to talk to the nation about something far more exciting.
Yes, your office briefed us that you have an announcement to make, but they were being surprisingly secretive about it.
Let me ask you a question, Megan.
Okay, it's not usually how it works, but...
What scares you? I mean, really scares you?
It's death. He's talking about death.
We're all afraid of our deaths. It's part of being human.
Sorry, are you saying that advance have cured death?
That'll be a vote winner. Yeah, that was definitely a drop there.
But while we may not have cured death, we hope we found a way to make it much less scary.
And much less...
It'd be nice if some bastards would actually come in here, though.
Which is me closest camera. When I was 13, my mum came and got me from school. He had to go to the hospital. My granddad, he'd collapsed that morning, so we'd all to say our goodbyes.
Oh, I see.
And I went in
Just
to
watch
see
it
him.
to
He was
flash.
Frail and pale. I was scared because I'd only seen him the week before, and he'd been fit as fiddle. And he said to me, Peter, it's the right time. I don't ever want to be a burden to the people. I don't ever want to be a burden to the people I love. Nope. 3 days later we were back home. Nope. 3 days later we were back home. He lived with us for 9 miserable years after that. He had to be fed with a rubber spoon. He had a commode. So he in the lounge while we were watching football. He wouldn't even wait till half time. It was awful. It was awful for us. And this is the point. It were awful for him. It were awful. He could see it was destroying me, man, watching him slowly fade away. And he would beg her to turn off his breathing equipment at night, but she wouldn't. It were a crime, you see. And she didn't want to lose the children. And she didn't want to lose her old man.
No family should have to suffer like Peter's did. No family should have to suffer like Peter's no family will have to. And now no family The Health Service is today opening the first of 300 new transition centres.
The transition centres will handle everything for your last days. The legal, financial, medical and emotional costs are all catered for and paid for by the government. So even the poorest citizen gets to pass on with dignity when they choose.
And that choice is important. This is a service only for people who choose it. For people who feel they run their course and don't want to burden themselves or their families with a slow, long, humiliating decline.
Giving me electric shock.
Are you okay?
I don't know. I think it's my asshole.
We're still on the air, Peter.
No, yes. Sorry, my apologies.
Are you not worried that this new system might be open to abuse?
In what way?
Sorry. Can I get a little bit of help here? Please.
That the older generation might feel somewhat...
That one was massive.
Sorry, that the older generation might feel somewhat coerced.
Coerced into spending their final days eating gourmet food and drinking fine wine and luxury spas and gardens.
Look, I am perfectly capable of... with a rusty...
Prime
Go get yourself sorted out.
Right.
We're launching a government information film tonight. It should tell your viewers everything they need to know.
You really do move at a breakneck pace. It's hard to believe you've yet paid off this a year.
Oh, Megan. We're only getting started.
And on that note, thank you so much for being here. Joe,
Right, yes, that's all we have time for tonight. Thank yous go out to our guests. Congratulations to all the winners at the Sports Board final. And we'll see you tomorrow night at the same time. My name is Jeremy Donaldson. If you can, have a peaceful night.
And we're out. Good job, everybody.
So they just...
It seems so.
I don't suppose there's any way this could be a good thing.
It's for my nephew, so we transitioned the moment I saw the leak.
Woo! I'm starting to censor too early. You have a habit of starting late and ending early. I can't make sense. I can't make sense of, like, I can't. What is it that I need? Like when I know somebody's going to be cursing a lot, right? Or just in general, how high should I have the second holy shit. Second volume. The buffer. There's a red line on the bar. Just hold down the red bar until it crosses the red wave. Okay. I saw the red bar, like, there's a red line on the bar. Like right on top of the sensor button, right? I did see that and I didn't. Okay. All right, we'll get better. The censoring is rough, dude. Holy shit. It's almost like I just feel like I need to time it. Once I hear it, just one Mississippi, boo, you know, but like, shit. I don't know. These are not great scores. I don't need to see any of that. That's the thing, though. It just changes the outcome, right? It's not like you fail. You just, other shit happens. Lockdown day question mark. Okay, cool.
Alex, oh thank God you're alive. It's Jenny, the floor manager. Are you okay? Alex, you need to get it together. Look at the broadcast screen. Just look at it. That's all we've been putting out since you went down. You have to fix it now. Look left, Alex, out the window. See? They're all over it, little bastards.
What the fuck?
That many off. Hold down the big button until it's fully charged, then release it to zap the little fuckers.
The little fuckers, huh? What is happening?
They must have built up while you were napping. Usually it only takes a tap on the button to clear one. Look, there's a lone one climbing now. Zap it off before it starts to mess up the signal again. Great.
There's
more. Right, we're about a minute out. Get the adverts loaded up. I've got to deal with my pet idiot. And Alex, keep your ears open. You'll hear them climbing up the tower. Don't let them build up.
Son of a bitch.
I need a sec. I need a sec. That's Mr. Snuggles. Oh. Okay, so I made this harder on myself by advertising it. Okay. Okay. Oh my god. This game is hilarious, but dude, this is sensory overload. This is chaos. This is what chaos feels like. It's crazy. Okay. All right, so I gotta pop off the Mr. Snuggles. Off the oh god. And right now I'm just getting it back up.
This has no credibility, Jenny. No professionalism. It's not a mess. Everything is where it should be. It's ramshackle and characterful, and I expect you to know the difference.
How long has it been?
Of course, Megan's place looked lovely, but I can't see it, can I?
Thanks, Jenny. How's lock-in with the boyfriend going?
Decided to take his chances on the wild streets, eh? Rather than endure another romantic comedy.
Jeremy, Jenny says your hair looks stupid.
Yes, I can hear her.
And she says she's not talking to you.
Yes, I know, I can hear her.
Shall I count us in?
Make it so.
Okay, 10 seconds. Break a leg, everyone.
Preferably a furry one.
5, 4, 3.
It's time to join Jeremy Donaldson.
Good evening, I'm Jeremy Donaldson.
And I'm Megan Wolfe, our main stories tonight.
Snugglepups? It's been almost 5 weeks since all the Mrs. Snugglehugs toys woke up simultaneously in factories worldwide and began searching for their husbands. The Mr. Snugglehugs we had so short-sightedly destroyed. And now, as this photograph suggests, they may be changing tactics.
Built to surprisingly traditional gender stereotypes, the Mrs. Snugglehugs have been arming themselves with a variety of household implements. All the more reason to make sure that cat flap is taped up good and tight.
That cat flap.
This frightening new development means that even those previously thought to be relatively safe, like the young and fit, must take care to watch their backs and keep their ears open for the soft steps of sinister feet.
Stir crazy. With no signs of Mrs. Snugglehugs' batteries running out, and the government lockdown now in its 31st day, domestic relationships across the country are taking some unexpected turns.
Dramatic reports are beginning to emerge of uncharacteristically bold behaviour in homes across the country. And we're not talking about the model planes that occupy so much time in the Donaldson household.
In response to a nationwide lack of toilet paper, which was, of course, raided by the Mrs. Snugglehugs to construct their vast hives, many of the nation's adults have turned to a more childish solution. Or at least, that's their excuse.
Old dogs, new tricks. Bad boy celibacy Johnny Handsleeves announced today that he just can't wait until the lockdown's over so he can start his new career.
It is, of course, up to each of us to choose how we spend this brief spell of collective unconsciousness. But if this photograph, sent by the man himself, is anything to go by, Johnny seems to be making some interesting decisions.
That one. I don't know why that one.
Making his announcement by drunkenly shouting at his neighbours from the steps of his capital accommodation, Johnny was heard to repeatedly yell, "I'm gonna open a fucking forest," before failing to get back inside his house and slipping it off over a low hedge. I'll take a dozen roses, Johnny.
The shape of things to come? In their own version of a lockdown for more than 45 years now, the descendants of Doctors David Wong and Ingrid Svorsborgen-Horgensvoord and their unfortunate team today managed to get a personal statement to the service using flagellized imaging equipment.
Many of the Svorsborgen-Horgensbrood, as they've come to be known, have certainly captured the public imagination, with a recent vote naming Helvetica
That's fucking nuts.
Ford the most likely to survive a massive electric shock.
Helvetica's Forsborg and Wongensford here with a little update from Dante's Taint. This year's going to be our biggest
Dante's
ever harvest,
Taint.
and autumn's just 2 weeks away. Or at least that's what we think. There's no real day or night down here, and all the clocks broke a long time ago. But if our calculations are right, we think that for you up there, it is Wednesday, the 4012th of January, or as you call it, Piss Mouth Day.
Okay, I see it now. Thank God.
I hope you get all the presents you asked for left.
Perfect.
I'm hoping to complete my
So much easier.
September, Helvetica out.
It's hard to believe they've been down there so long now.
Everyone knows time moves
Dude,
differently
I
underwater, Jeremy.
I
That's why
wasn't
bombs
looking
take
here
so
when
long.
it was
That's right.
when it was
And as anyone will tell you, the deeper the bath.
The
most
quick and
pertinent.
The relativistic forces of temporal causality will have a measurable effect upon the
There's
fixed
this is an
dimensional parameters.
overwhelming amount
Yes,
of
I've said that many times.
shit.
Papers, please. With the lockdown becoming ever more rigorously enforced, having a passport is becoming increasingly important, Alex.
The government
Piss
caused
water.
controversy today
He's gonna say
by announcing
piss.
a fresh charge of passport fraud with an imaginative form of punishment for those found guilty of this brand new but incredibly serious crime.
In what's being called a draconian measure, the government has reinstated the ancient right of trial by custard. Just like in the old
Trial
days,
by
you were executed on
custard.
the spot. But if
Sign
you
me up.
Well, you'll go well with
Oh
profiteroles, Jeremy.
yeah.
And
Never gonna
advanced
stop
speaks
eating
out.
custard.
With the snuggle struggle proving a test to governments around the world, Advance HQ released a curious statement this afternoon.
In the accompanying release, they asked us to stress that they have been listening and that this should be taken
This
as a
guy is gonna
response
curse
to
for
how the
sure.
people really feel.
We've certainly done our bit on this show to contribute to the political climate. But let's not forget, how we behave in our home lives is what really matters.
Let's hope it's not just me who filled out that questionnaire, Jeremy, or we're all in trouble.
Let's play that statement.
Hey, this one ought to take you back a little bit. I mean, seriously, why have a lockdown without a lock-in, eh? Here we go. When you're feeling hopeless and you just can't work things out, I've got just the job. Oh yeah. When there's too much water for a little tiny spout, I've got just
Okay, buddy.
Mist is when your pipes are clogged and all your walls are stained. I pop around when your hubby's out and roach among your drains. But don't you mind how long be gone when he comes back again. And that's just a job. I've got the perfect tool.
I've got the perfect two.
Later tonight, Jeremy will be catching up with brave roving reporter Patrick Bannon, while I check in with two friends of the programme who find themselves stranded at opposite ends of the country.
And then, in part 3, there's going to be a quiz. Presumably because there's nothing more important going on that you might like to report on if you were, say, a news
Can I
program.
switch?
And in a moment, we'll both
I
be
can,
asking
so if I
Sophia
use
Remington
the
how such a trusted brand can have made such a terrible manufacturing mistake.
With what it describes here as help from popular psychic scientist Delia Lywell.
Oh, I like her.
No, you don't. Why do you do that?
That's all coming up on tonight's
National Nightly News.
What the hell? What does it say? Mr. Snugglehugs wants a hug?
First tonight, how did we get here? Where are we going? And most importantly, who's to blame?
Joining us from her ranch in Arlingsfield, Millkirky is the CEO of Remington's Fist, internationally respected business Svengali, Sophia Remington.
Thank you for having me, Megan. I'm a huge fan of your work.
And from a crystal healing laboratory, what I assume is a garage in Upper Lowington, inexplicably renowned psychic scientist, Dr. Delia Lywell. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Sorry, us?
Myself and the eminent professors.
Is that what you call the voices in your head?
The voice seemed to attract dead scientists. I don't really know why.
The money?
They express themselves to me through ethereal algebra and quadratic predictions. It's all very technical.
No, it isn't.
I concur. Miss Remington, the entire Snuggle Hugs range will surely go down as the biggest public relations disaster in history, won't it?
Well, of course, that's one world record we would never have sought to claim.
What can you say at a time like this?
There is only one thing that can be said. I'm sorry. We're sorry. From everyone here at Remington's Fist, but especially the dedicated inventors and world-beating engineers at Rimming Toys, we are deeply, deeply sorry. Who could have predicted that letting a child's toy learn how to love could have such unforeseen consequences?
Mary Shelley?
We see you, Sophia Remington. You are preening by a metal vessel, and where you venture, you will see neither land nor sky.
Is that supposed to be the future?
Only the past is concrete. I remember being a child in my grandpa's workshop when he made the first dancing hangman toy. He put it by my bed, and when I couldn't sleep, I'd wind it up and let it go, and I'd watch that happy little execution as it wiggle and wave his tiny noose and dance before my eyes. Grandpa sold thousands of them, on the quiet, obviously. And he used the money he made to found Rimming Toys, which is now just one small part of the global supermassive megacore that is Remington's Fist. Sadly, we lost Grandpappy along the way. He died in a fire at the preschool tobacco factory, another one of his pet projects. But we never lost his spirit of invention.
Yes, I'm not entirely certain what your grandfather's offensive toys have to do with the current predicament.
The spirit of invention, Mr. Donaldson. The passion to create, to problem solve. And that is why I'm here today, to tell you about a brand new product we're launching simultaneously around the world from midnight tonight.
We said science! Science! We hear its song on the breeze, its breath on the wind, its fart under the covers.
How does she do it?
Well, please, don't keep us in suspense any longer.
It won't be my feature she's making up next.
Remington's Fist is proud to present Snuggle Traps. Safety and security in these dangerous times. Each box of Snuggle Traps contains 8 devices, all guaranteed to stop a Mrs. Snugglehugs in its tracks. That's enough for a small lawn or 4 window boxes. And you want to know the best thing? They're only $129.99 a box. Now that is affordable peace of mind.
These fucking snuggle buck, fucking snuggle bitches.
The best thing about Snuggle Traps is they're powered by next generation Flardinium batteries. So however long the enemy lasts, these traps will outlast them.
We see you, Mr. Donaldson. You are screaming and yelling. Your friends are crying. They fear you. And then you're gone.
Oh my god, I just got chills. Did anyone else just get chills then?
I think I did.
I think it's more concerned. I think I'd be more concerned about these traps. Quickly, before we go to the break, these appear to be attractively repackaged landmines. Aren't they dangerous, say, to children?
Oh, hell yeah. These are they're explosive fun.
Sophia Remington, Dr. Delia Lywell, thank you for joining us.
Well, I wanted to show her face.
You look at the situation across the country tonight.
Go away.
There's only
We'll be
2
back
of
after
them.
these bandages.
Chill.
We'll be back after these bandages.
Was that all right?
Oh, yes, Doctor, that was exactly what we
Oh, there's no advert selected. Fucking chill,
You
viewers.
think so? I think I'd
Damn.
spend the evening shoving Delia's sacred crystals up my skeptical arsehole.
Bastards. Look at this.
And build a better life for yourself. You want crazy? We got crazy.
You're not going to believe this, but I've decided to come home. Listen, I'll call you back at the next break and we can talk about how I get me job back. Cheers, Alex. See you, mate.
Look, that wasn't popular. I used to have a ventriloquist act. I cheated, rather, because I trained a dog to talk. You can
Okay.
get down on all fours and yell.
All right. I want to use the keys for my controls. I'm going to leave these here, but we're going to do... Oh, no, we have to change it. All right, so do we need Q or E? Q and E are not bound. And then I can't do shit. All right, well then that'll actually QE 3-4. Maybe C and V. No. Damn, I was gonna use my mouse keys, but it won't let me. Fuck. Just trying to make this. I mean, C and V would be fine. It's rare that would, but 3 and 4 is fine. QE is easier for me to keep my hands in the correct spot. 3 and 4, yeah, that's more like basically my keybinds elsewhere. So,
Like
all
a
right.
dog for only $22.99 a month. This is a deal with deal appeal. It's the astronaut one.
That's gonna be helpful when.
He must know. He's not stupid.
Sometimes you're the alien and sometimes you're the cow.
Like right here, I can switch. Oh, I can still switch actually with your. Shit, this game is sick, dude.
Recruitment for nuns. Nuns with buns, nuns with guns, nuns with sons. That one didn't go down so much because
I can still access them from here. So I don't really have to do what I was saying, but I can be pressing this and I can switch at the same time if I use keybinds.
Welcome back to the National Nightly News. Time to take a trip around the country to hear how the lockdown might impact the nation from some friendly faces. Joining me are respected academic Katie Brightman and author of Alan James's Kites, Alan James. Thank you for joining me.
It's a pleasure. Thanks for having me, Megan.
Thanks, Megan. It really is a pleasure, Katie. I enjoyed our little heated encounter.
I wish I could say the same.
So first off, Katie, how are you coping?
I'm holding up okay. The lockdown directive was so sudden that, like many people, I haven't been able to get home.
Oh no, what happened?
I was staying at a hotel after an international policy convention.
Yeah, it's not gonna work.
And we
I
had
should
a
have just
pretty
kept it on 4.
Heavy night out. You know what economists are like.
Notoriously hate splitting the bill.
And I overslept. You can imagine I've been here ever since.
Oh my God.
But there are certainly
Oh my
people
God.
much worse off than me.
Exactly.
Just use my
tour
fucking
has been
fingers.
cancelled indefinitely, and I've had to refund every single ticket, even the cheap seats.
Oh, Alan, I'm so sorry to hear that.
Yeah, people are being quite rude about it. They don't seem to realise I've already spent it filling the beach house with beef.
The crisis claims yet another victim.
So, this is just a reminder that my book, Alan James's Reich, is now available in paperback.
Unbelievable.
What was that?
You're unbelievable.
So, Katie, how do you think this might affect the economy? Should we be worried?
Very, Megan. Not to sound dramatic, but this could be catastrophic. Unemployment has skyrocketed, and frankly, it will be a miracle if a lot of businesses can survive this.
There you go, scaremongering again, spreading this latest liberal hoax. That's what they want. They want us quiet.
It's Andrew Tate.
They want us
Is this Andrew
quiet.
Tate?
And they want us inside.
A hoax? How on earth can you say that, Alan?
Well, I haven't actually seen one of these supposed toys. Have you?
Well, no, but...
Did you know 3,000 people die every year from regular toys? That's a lot of people. And this is no different. You're just as likely to be hunted down by a yo-yo or a tennis racket.
He makes an excellent and persuasive point, Katie.
Don't listen to her, Katie. The press is...
She's agreeing with you, Alan, you absolute shit!
Well, then I must be wrong.
Are you now
Again, I forgot to look at there. Jesus, I am a fumbling buffoon, dude.
People are saying they're just like normal toys, and that simply isn't true. Corrupt media lies.
And Katie, how do you respond to Alan's claims that Mrs. Snugglehugs might be dangerous after all?
I suppose I guess I'm agreeing with him.
Thank you, Katie. I appreciate your support. A lot of folks are saying this Mrs. Snugglehug situation will all blow over, but it won't.
Yes, right, exactly. We need decisive action from the government. We need huge financial support to protect our workers and our businesses. We need to support the vulnerable, and we need
to repent. Exactly right, Katie. We brought it on ourselves with all our liberal indulgences like art, cake, and healthcare. We need to act now and begin sacrificing our firstborns, or at
Oh shit.
family pet.
Absolutely, Alan. If we can all successfully come together as a community and perform the ritual, hopefully we will appease the great ancient.
What the fuck?
Katie, could it be any worse?
Luckily, over the past few years under Advance, they've invested heavily into health, so the system can actually bear the strain.
Is it lucky that the Llama Lords have unleashed a horde of man-made monsters on its own people to conceal the enemy within?
Will you just stop for 5 fucking seconds?
The Global Alliance of Fish People are amassing an army. Amassing an army to kidnap our children.
That's you. That's what you sound like.
But I don't sound like that.
Yes, you do.
You do, Alan. You do sound like that.
And that's why no one wants to be your friend.
I've got loads of friends.
No, you haven't.
I don't think you do, Alan.
Yeah, stop lying, Alan.
I'm not lying. You are.
Oh, good one.
Well, I'm telling.
Alan, thank you for joining us. Some real food for thought there from two of the territory's leading minds. Any moment now, I'll be heading over to Jeremy, who is going to be bringing us
We're gonna play crazy
the
music.
minute report of the status of the nation. Over to you, Jeremy.
Thank you for what I'm sure was a reasonable debate which really contributed to the national conversation. Next, out on the streets, someone who's always doing exactly that. It's Patrick Bannon. Are you there, Patrick?
Hello, Jeremy. Yes, hello, I'm here. I'm here live. Apologies for the quality of the broadcast today. Couldn't find any cameramen or women brave enough to come and join me, so I'm out here on my own.
Right, and can you tell us what it's like out there?
Yeah, I can. It's as you can see behind me, the streets are currently completely deserted. So my question, Jeremy, is just how long? I mean, could there be danger lurking just around the corner, waiting to end the fledgling career of this young, promising journalist before his full potential is even realised? Will he die, underappreciated by management? Frankly, if you ask me, very, very.
And then we got this.
I don't think there's any danger of that, Patrick. What's that on your jacket there?
Oh, that's actually a sponge. What I've done here is made a snuggle-proof jacket, Jeremy. The network didn't bother sending me any PPE, so I've been forced to improvise. In fact, showing the sort of resourcefulness that would make me an ideal candidate for
fucking
for
dish
example, an
sponge.
anchor position starting whenever they'd like.
From your point of view, Patrick, just how safe are our streets?
Not safe at all, Jeremy. Not safe at all. I'd recommend people staying inside, following government advice, and not putting themselves at any risk at all. Unless, of course, like me, it's for groundbreaking journalism reasons.
Mm-hmm. And just where are you, Patrick?
I'm in the street, on the street.
Which street?
I think I'm struggling to hear you, actually, Jeremy, there.
Which street? Which street are you on?
Oh, which street am I on?
He's on
oh, God.
green screen.
I'm just looking for a sign. I'm on Bannon Avenue.
Bannon Avenue?
Yep.
Bannon Avenue.
Yeah, no, I can hear you fine. Yep, I'm on Bannon Avenue on the sign, it says there.
Like Patrick Bannon?
Oh, yeah, that is like, that's strange, that's a weird sign. I don't know what's going on there.
Where are you really?
I'm on Bannon. Alright, fine, I'm not on Bannon Avenue, I'm at home, to be honest. Alright, fine. Well, I'm in my bathroom, technically.
Oh, he's not even on green screen. That's funny.
You know, it's terrible out there. I don't want to go outside. They're everywhere. I'm sorry for lying.
We don't expect any less of you, Patrick.
Can you hear that sound? What was that?
I can, yes. I'm no expert, Patrick, but it sounds unmistakably like a tiny fist tapping on your door there.
Why?
Fuck, it does. Oh, fuck, Jeremy, shit, no! Oh, bollocks.
Perhaps there's a small queue of Tiny fists, each wielding a different gendered household
Oh,
implement.
dude, censoring
ready to
ZZ,
bash in the
man.
heads of lying little roving reporters.
I don't know.
You're lying, aren't you? Oh shit! Fucking listen to me, you bastards! If you're out there, just to piss off, you little fucking snuggle fuck! I'm too talented to die! Oh, too talented! What the fucking hell? Okay, it's fine. It's fine. Oh god.
Don't worry, Patrick. I'd say you've got a few seconds before they break their way in there and finish you off.
I see the grab that. See the grab that.
What do you see, Patrick?
I see only the devil.
Thank you, Patrick, for that report showing that importantly management just where you belong.
Oh my
It's time for
god,
another
dude.
break,
This is
but,
great.
when we come back, we'll be happy to take your mind off the world for a little while, and who knows, maybe even bring you a few smiles. Join us after this. You're damn right. Yeah, I had them delivered. Yes.
Just in
to
time.
Bannon Avenue.
Sun outside. What's this? Oh! We've got one on the studio? In here?
Aging. Possibly more so.
Uh-oh.
We need to come together. Every single one of
Reflections? What the fuck is this?
No, I'm not.
Thing.
I'm not.
Oh, fucking Christ. Are you kidding me?
No, you're being a child. I'm not. I'm not. I'm not. No? No. Oh, 5, 4,
Dude.
3.
Why would the sun look like that? Yeah, I don't know.
We know isolation isn't easy, so finally tonight, we have something a bit different for you. Even though some people felt it's not our job to entertain the public with absolute nonsense.
'Cause we're
other,
dead?
More important people overruled those people.
We
so
died.
It's time to find out who will National Nightly win. And who will National Nightly lose. Fuck off, Jenny!
Damn it.
So,
I wasn't
how
expecting
do we
that.
play? Well, joining me is a man who knows all about playing. It's Tommy Harris. Hello, Tommy.
All right, Johnny. It's good to see ya.
And how are you finding the lockdown, Tommy?
What do you mean lockdown?
The enforced isolation of everyone in the country.
Ah, yeah, I think I heard about that.
I think I heard.
You're in bed, Tommy.
Yeah, you called during nap time, so...
Of course, that's my fault. So, why don't you tell us how the game is played?
Well, it's pretty simple, Jeremy, you sausage. I'm going to ask contestants from around the territory 3 questions about what else, yours truly. And those people are going to get a chance to win a very special prize.
And what are they playing for, Tommy?
Drum roll, please. Jeremy. Thank you.
Fucking.
This.
Fuck.
Is that? What is that?
It's my athletic support, Jeremy.
Oh.
But I've signed it, so...
Oh, well then, what a fantastic prize.
Have we got anybody waiting to win this once-in-a-lifetime prize, Jimmy?
I believe we have Angie on the line. How do you feel about winning this man's old pants, Angie?
I've never been so excited, Jeremy. And can I just say, I love you. Both of you.
Well, you've said it now, haven't you?
Oh, Angie, I love you. In a way. Tell us about yourself, Angie.
Well, what can I say? My name is Angie. Always has been. I'm a human woman, and my dental hygiene has been described as acceptable.
Brilliant! Right, well, shall we get
Except-
these shambles underway?
Absolutely, John. Can I get 30 seconds on the clock, please?
We haven't got a clock.
Yeah, I did ask for a clock. So,
Well, why don't you start, and I'll stop you when it inevitably becomes unbearable to watch.
I love it. All right, here we go. Time starts now. Question 1. When is my birthday?
The 13th of August at 7:19 a.m.
That is absolutely correct. Question 2. What? I said, what is
Fucking
my favorite color?
snuggle bitch.
Crushed praline 4.
Correct, the color of my nipples. And finally, Angie dear, what is my star sign?
That's a trick question. You were born outside of the human understanding of the cosmos.
Unbelievable, that is correct. Stop the clock.
Wow, that really was tough to watch. How did you do it?
Angie, my love, you got every single question right. Which of course means...
She's turned something off the plug, Alex.
Absolutely nothing. Thanks for playing, Angie. Bye. Do we have another contestant on the line at Jelly Bean?
We do indeed. We should have Sonia Artleach. Are you there, Sonia?
Of course I am, Jamie, darling.
Thank you for being here, Sonia.
Oh, there you are, Tommy. Mwah.
Let me guess, you work in theatre, don't you?
Is it that obvious? What gave it away? Was it the glamour or poise?
It certainly wasn't your inherent sense of humility.
Tell us about yourself, Sonia.
Oh, well, if you must play this game, I am a theatrical agent.
Fuck her.
The likes of Ruth
God.
Hoffman, Samuel Coffee Cup, and Jodie Carpetburn, amongst others.
And how's the lockdown affected you, Sonia?
Well, they may have closed the theatres, shut the studios, and boarded the cinemas, but they won't get me.
Alright, I'm leaving them how they were. I'm fucking shit up. And I do need them right now.
How are you managing without any work?
Due to a savvy clause in all of my artist contracts, I am able to claim my 15% from their unemployment benefit.
Wow, that certainly is sharp.
Standard stuff, standard stuff.
And can I ask, where are you speaking to us from?
Well, I work from home, you know, to keep costs down.
And who's this?
Oh, well, you know, when they gave the order, I was actually mid-meeting with a client, so we've been isolated together.
No fucking way!
What the fucking fuck?
Is that Tommy Harris? I'm a huge fan. Can I just tell you how bloody brilliant you are?
Actually, Jeff, we're about to play a game, aren't we, Tommy?
We've got time,
Well, if it's not too bold, I think I am in love with you, Mr. Harris.
No, it's not too bold. That's all right. Don't worry.
Hey, I'd love to show you some of my stuff. I've been
Is this now another component of the game?
Already aware.
During lockdown, we've been workshopping some of Jeff's ideas for much younger children, haven't we?
People still let you near their children, do they?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. I've been developing some shows for younger children.
Well, we'd love to see it, wouldn't we, Gerbil?
Absolutely dying.
Gerbil.
Right, so, what do kids love?
Timely child support payments from their absent fathers.
Shallow and overproduced musical numbers?
That's right. Animals! So, I'm trying to address the things that kids need to know, but through a medium that they'll understand. Do you understand?
I think, yes. I think so, yes.
Jeff's one of my best clients, aren't you?
I am, yeah. So, the first one we've been working on is called The King of the Jungle's Mortgage Repayments. It's about a lion who's having problems with his interest rates.
I see. Does he have a broker?
He does, yes. He's a porcupine. How did you know that?
Well, your work is universal, darling. It speaks to people.
I'm going to say something to you, mate. I think you're onto something here.
Oh, the bear,
Yes, right. This one is much better. So, this one tells the tale of Mr. Bear. Now, Mr. Bear is a very sad bear, because all of the other bears don't think that he'll amount to much, and they tell him that his plays are lazy and derivative.
Fuck.
I think you're onto something there.
Now, Mr.
No,
Bear is
bitch.
a tragic figure.
On.
Picture this. He's at his lowest ebb. The trees are closing in. He can't even face his salmon, can he? But then he meets someone that will change his life forever.
This is fucking gripping.
That's right. He meets a wise, old octopus.
Took me a while, but I'm getting better.
And says, "No, Mr. Bear, don't be sad.
This is a pretty easy part,
You're
though.
not like all the other bears. You have this ambition and these dreams."
Such fucking dreams.
I think I love you, Jeff.
And what you need to do, Mr. Bear, says the octopus, probably doing an 8-armed gesture or something.
What you need to do to find happiness in this crazy old forest is you need to set yourself more realistic goals. It's called Mr. Bear Lowers His Expectations.
Wow, you really have taken yourself to new depths. And what do you want children to
Fuck.
I said a more realistic worldview.
You bitch.
Right, Jamboree.
It's Jeffrey. My name is Jeffrey Donington.
No, stop. How does it end? We need to know how it ends.
Well, all the animals...
You fucking bear. You asshole bear.
And Mr. Bear settles down near to his parents' cave, stops trying to make his band happen, and he goes into bear telemarketing.
Becomes a bear maths teacher.
Oh, and we end... We end on a big musical number. Oh, there's dancing. It's very repetitive, so it's catchy but not too challenging.
Are there multiple?
Well, if
Oh
you
god.
like, I could go and get my boombox.
Yeah, you know, I might be able to... Hang on, can we get Angie back?
Why not? The more the merrier, as they say at orgies.
Right, I'll just fill then, shall I? Coming up in a moment, it's the world premiere that nobody saw coming.
Lights!
Or wanted. At all.
This is it, by the way, guys. After this one's over.
Endure.
You turn this shitting thing up.
Angly Doodle Farm. Wise old Mr. Octopus with way too many arms. There's Mr. Pig and Mr. Cow. They're always in good moods. But that's 'cause they don't know they'll soon be sliced up into food. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's where your hopes go to turn into despair. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's where your dreams go to die. Mr. Raccoon wants to go to the moon. He'll end up as a bus driver soon. Mr. Porcupine thinks he'll read the news at 9. He'll end up as a janitor who stinks of turpentine. Mr. Tiny Mouse thought he'd own a massive house, ended up in a bedsit where he can't control the louse. Mr. Horse thought he'd go into professional sports, now he's an alcoholic and he's on his third divorce. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's the place your life becomes an endless questionnaire. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's where your hopes go to die. Lower your expectations. Maybe you could get a job with telecommunications. No matter how you try, you'll never reach the League of Nations. The best you'll get is middle rank in trading operations. So lower your expectations. You'll never win an Oscar. So
This is a fucking inspiring song, huh? Jesus. This is obviously the pace it likes.
Specifications and no amount of visualizations will save you from your own deterioration. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's a tramp who thought he'd be a multi-millionaire. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's where self-esteem goes to die. Mr. Bear,
This is
what's
cancerous.
that over there? That's the disappointment that is waiting everywhere. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's where your schemes go to die. That's where your dreams go to die. That's where dreams go to die.
I think I did that part pretty fucking good.
From us for tonight. Many thanks to all our guests. I look forward to seeing them all
I thought
again.
that the sexy woman on screen would not be the one to press,
before
but
we
that's
go,
what they
Alex,
want me
I
to
wondered
do
if
now.
I
Is
could
she
have a
the
word.
devil?
You see, I've had my eye
Like
on
legit?
your friend, and I gotta say I'm not liking what I'm seeing. You keep letting me down, chum. Playing it safe. Making the dull, boring choices, failing to assert yourself. No one likes a pushover, Alex. You know that.
What the fuck is happening?
Chum, you're acting like a bit of a wimp. Alex, will you give away your passport so my super rich sibling can abandon us all? Sure. Here it is. Pathetic. Can I have the money we need for food so I can go around the continent on a jolly? Sure, Susie. We can always eat your grandma when we run out of food. Wouldn't it have felt better to take charge?
Oh my god.
Aren't you tempted to just lay down the law? You know what's hot, Alex? Other than me, obviously. Confidence.
Don't be
Power,
too.
control. We're all drawn to it, like rats to the piper. Don't you care
Don't be too humble.
where your son goes at night?
Yeah, we're
Find
dead,
out.
huh?
Look, far be it from me to try and lead you down the dark pathway, although...
Is it all because I just let my son, like, he died
But
then, huh?
imagine, just for a moment, that none of this was real. It was just some stupid game where you could just do it all over again if it all went wrong. Imagine if Sam and Charlie and Susie were just characters. Wow. Think of all the fun you could have. Just being bad, you know. For the hell of it. My name's Megan Wolf. Have an evil night.
The fuck?
Ugh. Jen, I'm just gonna go smoke. Okay, can you get Bozeman on the phone? Babe.
But all that was okay to broadcast? What
A
a...
bad trip or a shock-induced coma. I did not sign up to be dressed like a slag, doshing out wristies for a 20. All right, I'm a professional news anchor, not a fucking bogan. It's bad enough that he makes me do that unconvincing accent the whole time.
Disappointing payout, which makes a mockery of your pain and suffering. Also included is this vial of real crocodile tears and your employer's complete lack of responsibility.
What the fuck is... We're in a coma? Oh, so that's like a bad ending? Did I get the fastest? I thought it was decent. Okay. I didn't think it was that bad. So there's obviously more. You didn't get this? Dude, the perfect cliffhanger then, dude. Hell yeah. It's a nightmare. Oh, so that's why the sky changed suddenly, because it was normal before. It was when I was knocked out by the electrical thing, right? The electrical blast. Okay. This is interesting. I like this. This is cool. All right, but that's we'll pick up right here again soon. This is really fun. I like it a lot. I wonder what the DLC is like too. But we're playing more of this for sure.